Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Give me just one moment. How is everyone doing? Let me know in chat. Welcome to day one of the boot camp on how to get US support and operations jobs and clients remotely from India. Welcome. I warmly welcome you all to the first day of the 3-day boot camp on how to get US support and operations jobs and clients remotely from India. Okay, can you all hear me well? Could you just give me a thumbs up in chat quickly? Okay, great. We thank you for joining us. And we promise you that we'll give you incredible resources and insights that you need to make it possible for you to have a thriving career in the support and operations industry. Okay, everyone, I got it that you can hear me clearly. Thank you. And we plan to explore an entirely new opportunity and teach you some new age support and operations work and skills in this bootcamp, that are required in this post AI world. Okay. And what this bootcamp will help you with is enable you to prepare you for the AI revolution in operations and support and learn the high demand skills that are required now that will enable you to not just earn money, get amazing opportunities. If you want to explore remote work with US employers, clients, startups, or even, if you want to secure top MNC jobs within India, both those pathways are possible. Now, I know that you're very excited about attending this bootcamp. You know how I know that? Because I know that it's not easy to commit 9 hours over 3 days over a weekend on a boot camp like this. There's so many other things that you could have possibly been doing, but you're here. It tells me about the commitment that you have for your career. And I promise you that the information that you will get here is not available anywhere else. Not at all. Also, just to set up some ground rules, we don't share recordings or this presentation. It's a live only event. It's for people who attend this live. Okay. Now, you will not be disappointed if you decide to spend your time with us, but you make sure that your schedule is clear to attend today, tomorrow, and on Monday. Okay. Do you remember the timings? Can we just set you up? So if you are set up for today, tomorrow for 2 to 5 p.m., and on Monday from 7 to 10 p.m., would you just type set up and let me know that you're fully set up? Yes? Can we just do a quick check? Okay, great. Okay, perfect. Great. Now, if you need, to remind yourself, put up an event as host and
Recording in
panelist and select
progress.
everyone. Could you select everyone? Yes. And if you figured how to send a message to everyone, could you just type chat and send it to everyone? That'll tell me that you follow these instructions. Okay, chat is flying. Great. I love the energy. Super. Great. Now, what I want to tell you is that from time to time, we will close this chat with everyone feature. Do you see how your phone or your screen is buzzing right now? Sometimes when we are covering important skills, we don't want you to get distracted. So we will close this chat with everyone feature from time to time. Just want to let you know. But we're reading, your messages come to us, we're reading. Okay. Now, I am sure that you will make use of this chat with everyone feature. Yes? Okay, great. Perfect. Did everyone get how to activate chat with everyone? Yes? Okay, great. Perfect. I just wanted to make you feel excited about being a part of this extraordinary gathering of professionals. Are you excited to be here? Would you give me an E in chat? Okay, great. Let's move forward. Now, are you looking forward to learning new things? So let me just quickly introduce myself. My name is Mansi Arya. I'm a second generation entrepreneur and a business owner for the last now 7 years. And I've personally coached about 3,000 senior and young professionals on their personal professional development. And I will be hosting this session with Abhyuday Agarwal, who's our co-founder and CEO at Skill Arbitrage. And we'll also be joined by Garima, who's our in-house AI expert as well. So you will get to meet someone very special. Okay. Now, I want you to tell us what city you're logging in from and what do you do in one message. So you say something like this, okay? Like I will say, okay, everyone, I need you to follow instructions. Okay, can all of you just send a message like this, the one that I sent? So you say, what do you do? How many years of experience you have? It'll just let everyone know, who you are, what do you do? So many of you are saying just cities, and I'm amazed by the cities, by the way. Right? From Bareilly to Vizag to so many people from Hyderabad, Bangalore, Mumbai. Wow, this is going faster than I thought. Whoa. Kolkata, Chennai, Bareilly, Odisha, Surat, Chandigarh, Vellore, Noida, Jaipur. Amazing. Okay. Okay, great. Perfect. Now, can you also tell us what do you do? Just keep adding so that everyone can read, right? Just 1 second. Give me a moment, everyone. My Zoom just... Okay, 1 sec. Uh, Give me a moment. Yeah, I'm back with you. Okay, great. Now I'm guessing that most of you are already working in support and ops and you worked in this area before. Although some of you may be professionals from other areas of work. If that's the case, please introduce yourself right away, okay? And I want you to tell me how many of you are actually working in customer and ops roles. Can you tell us more about your professional background? Wow. So many of you I see from up, and I want, while you send your message, I want you to see what you see in chat, okay? So that you can get to know who's here. And so many of you are marking hosts and panelists. Can you mark everyone? Okay, great. Now, irrespective of what industry you're from, how many years of experience you have, welcome, all of you. Okay. Now, are there people here who
maybe you don't want the hustle and uncertainty and the commission based stuff around marketing and sales, and you want a more stable and predictable career. But let us know. Okay, we'll move on.
Okay, great. Now, there are people from different professional backgrounds, but you have an interest in operations and support, especially if you can get remote jobs in this area that pay very well. If there's someone like that, like Abhiday said, there are people from sales, there could be people from other backgrounds. Like I saw a bunch of advocates also here. So if there are people like that, let us know. Okay. And welcome to you as well. Are there any students here? I saw a bit when you were introducing yourself. Okay, cool. And is there anyone from a different background? Wow, electrical engineers, people from HR, data analysts, amazing. Tell us in chat what you're expecting from the bootcamp. It just helps us to cater to everyone, keeping the demography in mind. Okay, and we're going to do a quick poll so that we can get who's here. Can we just launch the poll quickly? Yes, you'll see a pop-up
We're
on your
launching the
screen.
poll. Yeah.
You'll
Thank
see
you, everybody, for introductions. Keep giving. But given that we have such an amazing and big agenda, we will move on, and we will also launch a poll that helps us to understand what you've been up to and what you're doing, and we'll move.
Okay, great. So you'll see a pop-up on your screen. Just take a moment. Some of you filled it up as well. Okay, once you're done with the poll, just let me know in chat. Just say done. Okay, cool. I want you to focus on the next part that I'm about to share, and I want all your attention. Okay, great. So here are the people that we can really help. In fact, here are people who are our priority. So those of you who are feeling undervalued or underpaid in operations and support jobs, despite working very hard for several years, type 1 in chat if you belong to this category. Type 1 if you think that this resonates with you. Okay. Those of you who are struggling to find well-paid jobs in operations and customer support, where you currently live, type 2 if you're in this category. Okay. And those of you who'd like to secure remote jobs, full-time or part-time, whatever works for you, that you can do from the comfort of your home and yet earn more than what talent does in bigger cities, type 3 if you belong to this category. Okay. Now, did you work professionally in support and operations before, but for some reason you had to take a career break for personal reasons? Do you want to know how to get back to the workforce by working remotely? If that's the case, type 4. And by the way, if you see more situations that apply to you, you can say multiple. You can say 1 and 4 and 1 and 2 and whatever works, right? Great. Now, those of you who are worried about losing their jobs to AI, if you're one of them, it's okay. Type 5 in chat. Okay. Now, if you're in any of these categories, I want you to know you're in the right place. This bootcamp will be a turning point for you. And here's what we are promising you from the bootcamp. So, see, until now, customer support was an easy job, right? You had some predefined, predictable, repetitive work that you had to consistently perform. Now, if you had decent communication skills and some level of diligence, it was possible to get a job that pays you enough to live a middle class lifestyle. But in 2025, you can't limit yourself to just that. Otherwise, you'll struggle to even be where you are. Operations and customer support functions are changing very fast, especially after the new AI developments in 2025. Many entry level and routine jobs in customer support and operations are in danger of being completely eliminated. And you may have started to feel the heat of this. Yes? Now, fortunately, AI is creating more new jobs than it is replacing. But these new jobs are different. You need a different level of skills for this. And you will need to upskill. There is no other option. Good news is that AI plus humans, right, is superior than what AI can do alone or what humans can do alone. And you have the opportunity to solve problems that you could not solve earlier.
Guys, we are creating the agenda. We are on point. The challenge in operations. What is the agenda today? We are going to help you figure out how do you survive and thrive in the post AI world. Clear? Are you feeling the heat from AI threatening your jobs? Already operations and support had this problem that there is not enough career growth and low salaries and difficult to get jobs. Work was routine and assembly line repetitive. No matter how hard you worked, you never got growth. And now it's getting worse because AI is taking those jobs away. So then what opportunity do you have in this? This is a crisis, right? And now, how do you ride this threat? That is what we're going to talk about. Okay. So, step by step, we're telling you what's the plan and we will show you a way. It's also got a hidden opportunity inside you. Okay. All
Okay.
right.
Now, once you learn how to use AI to solve bigger problems in operations and support, you'll be high demand everywhere, right? Not just in India for the top 2% MNC jobs, but anywhere in the world, even for fast growing startups and SMEs in the US or other developed countries like UK, Canada, Singapore, UAE, etc. Now, once you know, you should also know what kind of work you can perform for US employers, right? And how do you get those kind of opportunities? So we will share a step-by-step roadmap to securing such opportunities. See, at Skill Arbitrage, we've already assisted about 27,000 professionals. Yes, 27,000 in pursuing remote work with international employers in the last 3.5 years across different categories. And by the way, our company is fully remote, including operations and service delivery functions. So we're not talking out of thin air. We know how this works. And this will enable you to unlock massive earning and growth potential. Yes? Yes, Avinash, we've just started. We'll show you how, we'll show you proofs and more, right? Okay. Now, would you be interested in that? Would that be of value to you? Yes, no, maybe. Quickly. Okay, great. Now, unlike the past, your prior educational background or work experience and degrees are not material here. It does not matter whether you have an MBA or other, degrees from a prestigious college or an expensive foreign education. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying they're not valuable. But what I'm saying is even younger professionals can secure these opportunities as long as your first principle thinking is strong. If you have a sense of what high quality work is and what can actually solve a problem for the customer and a business, then you can succeed in this area. Even if you don't have a degree from a very prestigious college, that shouldn't hold you back. And by the way, it is the first time in history of the world that an entry level customer support and operations executive has as much opportunity to beat a Six Sigma black belt or an MBA in operations from Harvard, provided you learn how to solve bigger operations and support challenges. Yes? Okay. Now, what is needed for you to have a computer and an internet connection, and that you should be able to communicate in English, and you can benefit from this opportunity. Now, even if you're someone who struggles with English communication, try and focus. You should be able to understand, and we'll provide you some solutions in this bootcamp, okay, so that English never stops you. Now, we will also talk about, given this post AI revolution, what are the skills that are high in demand, for 2025? And we'll teach you some very exciting skills right in this bootcamp, okay? So we'll talk to you about how to implement a customer support chatbot, even if you don't know anything about code with AI. We'll do that today, right in the next, in the next hour, right? Then we'll talk to you about how to configure and train a voice support agent for customer support in US SMEs, startups, and service firms, how to conduct a sentiment analysis for customer support, how to identify opportunities to cross sell, upsell, preempt a crisis, and turn customers into advocates of the brand. Then, how to audit performance of customer service reps, text or voice, either way, including voice AI chatbots. How to create customer support knowledge base with AI for preparing self-service help desk and ticket deflection. Okay. Then how to create a training program for training juniors in customer support using AI. How to implement US SME with review management, build a track record, and get tons of operations related assignments. How to set a customized customer satisfaction matrix based on business requirements. And this is beyond NPS and CSAT. Then how to implement WhatsApp chatbots to automate CSAT, how to detect when standardized metrics are getting rigged or gamed within your system. Also, I'm not done. We'll give you a lot of exciting giveaways and templates every day. So you make sure that you're there for the entire session, if not the entire, at least 2.5 hours on every day. Otherwise, you will not get them. These are giveaways for day one. You can take a screenshot. We'll also post them in chat. No, Nirav, you'll not get this PPT. Like I said, we're not sharing the PPT or the recording. You get what you get here, okay? Now, these are giveaways for day 2, and these are giveaways for day 3. Okay, moving forward. Now, in this bootcamp, some of you may realize that you may want help from Skill Arbitrage even after this bootcamp. Now, to handhold you in this opportunity, in this journey of, building a global career as a support and operations professional, if you're someone like that, there is great news, because during this bootcamp, we will also be making a scholarship offer for 60 attendees who want our professional help. Now, it's not for everyone, but for some of you, it may just be the right fit. Okay. Now, anyways, the rest of you are getting lots of free resources and learning from this bootcamp in that case. So don't feel bad if you can't get the scholarship for any reason. Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay, got it. Got it up you there. Now, who is ready to spend the next 3 hours exploring more information about whether a career in remote and operations is a good fit for you? See, some of you are experienced already, right? And you're feeling the heat. So can we talk about what there is to do now? Yes, what is there to learn? Yes, let's get right into it. Okay. Now, I know that some of you may not may want a certificate for being here. I'm not going to go over the instructions. We'll post them in chat. You can take a screenshot if you want. So you can get a certificate for being here. How to do that is on your screen. We'll post it in chat. Okay. Moving forward. Now, see, we are here to explore an incredible opportunity. But before we start talking about the opportunity, we need to acknowledge what is in the background of the opportunity. And in the background of every opportunity, there is a problem. And we cannot effectively move forward without addressing the problem. So let's do a quick reality check that will help you put things in perspective. Okay? Let's talk about what are the biggest challenges for professionals working in support and ops today. And while I say this, some of you may feel that I'm talking about you. And if that's the case, let me know in chat. Okay? Now, here are a few things that we've heard from you. Now, that there is tremendous uncertainty about the future amongst support and operations professionals because AI threatens to be wiping out many routine and administrative roles. Are you feeling that? Yes. The TCS CEO says that all call centers would be obsolete within a year. 85% of customer support jobs are on their way out in this financial year. Yes? Look at this. Now, if that's the case, then these people who are working in these roles, and some of them are you, right, will need to immediately upskill to be employable again. It's like sitting on a time bomb. And I want you to get that as real as it can be. That you're literally sitting on a time bomb. Second, operations and customer satisfaction professionals in the world are worried. Because as per Gartner, in 2025, 80% of customer service and operation, support organizations are expected to use generative AI. And generative AI statistics kya hai? They increase in trust among support leaders. And if you see adoption metrics, which also I will show you, you will see that agar aapne AI tools nahi seekhe, if you don't learn this, it's perfect recipe for disaster. Look at these statistics. 18%. So AI adopters see 18% higher customer satisfaction and 250% ROI on average. Support agents are using AI handled, which are approximately 14% inquiries an hour in case studies.
We can ignore the data, like, it's not about knowing the numbers, but you get the trends that AI is highly sought after for implementation by organizations. Organizations are trusting it. It's improving results. But there is a lack of people who can do that. And AI in ops and support is the need of the hour. Making sense till here? आप यहाँ पर फोकस करिए तो आपको आंसर मिलेगा. एज लिमिट वगैरह का टेंशन मत लीजिए. अगर होता तो हम आपको यहाँ आने नहीं देते. Right? We wouldn't want to waste your time if there was an age limit. Right? Okay. Let's move, Mansi.
Okay. Now, many operations professionals are worried about losing their jobs owing to the AI-driven automation after learning about job cuts at companies. You've seen these news like everybody else, right? PhonePe's replaced 600 customer support executives. Intel's fired 15,000 employees because focus on AI is increasing. Why am I showing you these numbers? Why am I showing these statistics right in the first half an hour? Not to scare you, to give you a reality check. Even professionals with highest qualifications, Six Sigma Black Belt, or other certifications, are very anxious about the future. Most support and operations professionals don't have a plan B in case they lose their jobs. And by the way, salaries are already very low at each level compared to professionals in other functions like tech, marketing, sales, and there is a very slow growth rate over the years. And this AI crisis has made it even worse. Yes, the average India increment is expected to only be at 8.8%. Now, someone with 5 years of experience in operations may still earn less than 50,000 rupees a month. And someone with 10 plus years of experience will still struggle around, a lakh of rupees per month, while your peers may be earning 50% to even 3 times more in other fields, if they're in marketing or sales or other functions. Does this make sense? Do you agree? Do you see and feel this happening around you? Yes? तो ये तो reality check था. Okay? Now, most good operations and support roles are in office and big cities only. If you live in a tier 2, tier 3 city, it's very difficult to, find work. And if you don't want to work, for US clients, then to even more difficult because it's difficult to get opportunities. How many of you are facing this? And do you see nobody is talking about it and nobody is telling you how to solve this? MBA programs are not talking about this and they're merely doing lip service at best. So, what is next for you? Do you feel that you deserve something better in your career? If yes, you'll be very glad about the opportunities that we're about to discuss. And these are opportunities that are ripe, bilkul ready operations or support professionals के लिए. So, what is the alternative? अब आते हैं करना क्या है. Okay? See, operations and customer support as we know it, as it has existed, as you have worked on, is completely changing. If you want to succeed in your career, you need to tackle the AI revolution head on. So here are 2 things that you need to know about AI. Okay. Number 1, this I told you, AI plus human is greater than AI alone or human alone. Now, this is going to be the mantra for you to be able to succeed faster and better than ever before. Using AI can help you solve bigger problems that you could never solve earlier in the world of operations and customer support. The second principle is that AI does things middle to middle. What does that mean? See, AI does not understand start to finish that a human being does, right? AI does not understand what is the problem, what do I need to analyze to create a solution. AI does not have that context. You give it something in isolation, it can give you a solution without that context. It only gives you a solution or a response for what you prompt. It does not have the background that you have. It needs humans to make it work. So we'll show you how to utilize these principles for unprecedented career success. And by the way, any diligent person can learn this very fast. क्या करना पड़ेगा? 2 hours every day and you can achieve a breakthrough in 6 months. And you'll feel blessed, by the way, from feeling the heat. If you do this, you'll feel blessed that you're alive today and you're working in operations rather than being threatened. No, Abdul, age will not be a barrier. I can't say this enough. Okay. Now, are you interested in that? Are you interested in learning how AI can help you solve problems? Yes? Okay. But एक flip side भी है. What is the flip side? The bad news is that if you don't do anything, it will be very hard to stay where you are and you'll be falling behind very fast. I know this is probably something you don't want to hear, but it's something that is important for you to hear. Nikunj, we'll just talk about how big is the opportunity. Okay. And not taking action is suicidal. So going forward, even in the next 1 year, you cannot expect to do the same work of assigning tickets, handling escalation, and run a voice process that you've been doing for so many years. But remember, if you don't do it, if you don't learn how to use AI, nobody else can help you. And the only way out is through. So here's what you need to do. You need to understand how AI is changing the support in operations landscape and learn how to solve bigger problems that every company suffers from, your current organization and your future employer. Okay. Number 2, after you learn how to use AI, you need to identify high growth opportunities with low competition in customer support and operations in the post AI world. And let me give you a little hint. A lot of you operate in the domestic market. You will learn how to expand your horizon and go to the global market. That's what I mean. Okay. Third, target companies and industries where supply is so short compared to the demand that you can get hired irrespective of your prior college background or work experience or legacy, as long as you solve few critical skills. There are companies in the world who value that you can solve a certain problem irrespective of where you live and what college degree you have. Yes? Now, can we talk about how AI is changing customer support and operations roles in real time? Yes? Just give me a moment, okay? From time to time, I will go to chat and see if there's something I need to address, okay? So I may be looking at the right side of my screen. Don't get hassled. 1 second. Yes, Abdul. There are people even older than you that get opportunities like this. So don't worry about it. We'll tell you how. Okay. Now, if you are a customer
You
service executive, sorry,
got
Abhidar, you were
an
saying
answer.
something. Abhidar, were you saying something?
Continue.
Okay.
No,
Now,
continue.
if you're a customer service executive or a manager, I have good news and bad news for you. Let me give you the bad news first. 85% of customer interactions will be handled by AI chatbots and voice bots by 2025. It has already started to happen. Can you see? Freeing human agents for complex issues. 70% of CX leaders plan to integrate generative AI across multiple customer touchpoints within 2 years. Yes? And 80% of companies plan to implement AI solutions for customer support by 2025, up from 31% in 22. Why are these numbers important to you? Why am I telling you these statistics? Can someone tell me in chat? Why am I telling you these statistics? Why? What importance do they hold for you? Okay, trend, future situation, future is AI. Okay. Over 67% consumers worldwide have, by the way, already interacted with a chatbot for customer support in the last 1 year. And this will go from 67 to 100%. What does this mean? Most of the customer service executives and managers who work in traditional roles are about to lose their jobs. That's why I'm telling you this. But what is the good news in this? The good news is that AI is creating more new jobs than what it is destroying. So the World Economic Forum has predicted that AI will create 170 million jobs and displace 92 million jobs. So what do you need to do? Then you need to know the nature of these new jobs that are going to get created. And they are different. So can we talk about those? Yes. Now, these are new roles. In other cases, these are highly evolved versions of the older roles, right? Now, the new jobs are less repetitive and formula driven. They are more proactive, data driven, and strategic in nature. See, generative AI has created a lot of new job opportunities for customer service executives and managers in the last 1 year. And these are 10 new, better paid jobs you can aspire for. Now, new roles, here's what are these. See, while first line responders will not be required because AI will take over. But when that happens, there will be need for case managers and escalation experts. Why? Because there will be times when AI tools cannot solve an issue and a personal touch is needed, right? So to monitor automated interactions, if you've started interacting with support, have you seen that after a point, sometimes when you call a customer care or when you reach out for support, एक certain category तक, एक certain point तक, you will see a tool is responding and then an agent comes in, right? This is that. These are case managers and escalation experts. This is what I'm talking about. And every day, the first liner responders are getting better. Yes? Now, you could also be someone who's a chatbot supervisor or a human AI collaboration manager. What is this person? Someone who ensures that AI tools are well integrated into a workflow and manages the handoff points between AI and human agents. Yes? Does this sound exciting? Sounds very exciting to me. Yes? Okay. Now, we will show you how to do this today in just some time. Then there'll be a greater role for analytical and supervisory positions, overseeing the quantity of AI-driven service, focusing on customer care. And this will create openings for customer insight analyst and customer analytics specialist. Some part AI will do, right? Who's going to watch whether it's being done right and in a way that there is, customer centricity that is maintained? This is that role. Then companies require specialists to build, train, and manage these systems. So an emerging role is an AI trainer. इतने सारे tools है. There are so many tools now. So somebody is required to train these tools into what is the business logic or what does the company want these tools to do, right? This is that. Now, you have to, in this role, provide historic information, label data, continuously improve chatbot answers so that automated systems can then better understand customer queries and context. By the way, we have someone within our ecosystem who does this. This is Kulin, okay? He's from Gandhinagar. He joined us in September 23, and he secured a remote position with Tech Mahindra as an AI trainer. So I just want you to know, there are people who are already doing work on this. Now, do you want to know more about this journey? Kulin is going to join us on day 3, on Monday. Okay? So you can ask him all your questions, his journey, all of that. By the way, training AI is crucial to achieve operational scale in any team, not just customer support. So if you have a background in sales, marketing, delivery, or any team of the business, and you learn this, it is lethal combination. Now, we'll show you how we use AI to train our counselors, sales ops, and check audit quality in this bootcamp. We'll show you how we've used this. Then with more expertise, you could become a conversational AI designer or a customer interaction personalization expert. How those conversations happen when you're interacting with a chatbot, right? Someone sits and designs those conversations, right? You could do that because you have background of handling customer support for so many years. Now, you don't need to learn coding for these roles. Yes, you don't need to. There are a few other roles as well. There is a customer experience analyst. This is someone who mines customer interaction data across both AI and human channels to identify trends, pain points, and opportunities to enhance the overall experience. Now, what you will be required to do is blend in support, knowledge, empathy, and problem solving skills and data analytics to improve processes and products based on customer feedback and patterns. Okay, is this interesting? Is this work that you're excited to do?
It's not just chatbot. Somebody asked, is there anything else? Yeah, there is customer support knowledge base. There is sentiment analysis. Sentiment analysis is used for upselling, preventing refunds, getting reviews, good reviews, preventing negative reviews. Then there is training and training the support team. There is voice agents, right? That's what you do, right? Typically human being just doing support tickets. Now you are revamping the whole thing through knowledge base, support, voice agent, chatbot, human AI handover, and then testing, implementing, expanding to new things, sentiment analysis, okay, training and audits. Understood? Okay, so why it's so important for ops, I'll tell you. Okay, there are two reasons, two things that is done in a business. One is that sales and marketing, right? That is called business development to get the customer. The second part is delivery and ops to ensure that customers get what they were promised. Right now, in delivery and ops, we're talking about how AI is changing the game. We're not talking about how to use AI for emails, right? Like that is like using vibranium for a shield, as they say in Marvel movies, right? Where it could be the strongest metal used for many superpowers and many things. So we're talking about how you can use AI to do work at a super CEO level. Literally, it doesn't matter what your age is. You are too old or too young, correct? But how you can solve big problems for the CEO so that they are impressed, right? And because these are really big problems and you're taking responsibility, we will show you how to do it for SMEs and startups and services businesses, investors, smaller law firms and professional services firms, which are more likely to give you a chance. Okay, all right. You can solve the problems, guys. How will you solve the problem? If you will say, I'll respond to customer support tickets, maybe not, right? But they may, but if you say that I can help you automate these things, I can help create a self-service help desk, I can create the chatbot, I can create the trainings, I can create the incentives for your team, I can do sentiment analysis, I can help you get hundreds of good reviews, I can help you respond to negative reviews. Then, yeah, people will be impressed, right? And we will show you how to find those clients for this work. Okay, all right, Mansi. Is this like what you came here for? See, if you get client, you don't know what to do for them. That also is the problem. So it becomes a chicken and egg story, right? So we're telling you how support and ops is changing because when you get client, you have to help them in the changed way, not in the old way, not in 1990s way, right? You have to help them in the 2025 kala way. So we are showing you both of those things. All right, Mansi.
Uh, we have a very interesting question. Lakshman is saying, is it possible to learn this without graduation and get chances to settle in life with this AI? Absolutely, there is. The earlier you start, the better. And by the way, learning all this is not very difficult. We'll show you how to do some of these things. For example, we'll show you how to create a chatbot and a voice agent prototype today without requiring any coding language. Now, do you want to learn that? Yes, no, maybe. इतना तो बताना पड़ेगा. Okay, let me tell you that there are multiple people, involved behind the scenes to create and run a chatbot. Why? Because all chatbots and voice agents need to be consistently trained against real world scenarios. Are their answers always accurate? What do you think? Yes, no, maybe? No. Is there an update to the knowledge base? What do you think? Not always. Did the company launch a new product or service or a special offer that we must add to its training? Is there some new complication that they must be equipped to answer? Is there some new complication that they must be equipped to handle? Someone does this job, which is called a chatbot supervisor. someone who's constantly designing and optimizing and tracking performance, that now, full time will be a conversational AI designer. Someone who manages what are the handoff points to humans, that is called a human AI collaboration manager. Now, as you realize, this work is not very different. आपने अगर customer support में बहुत साल लगाए हैं, it's very relatable to what you already know. Now, if you're good at more than one of these things, you could also be an AI integration consultant. There is a problem right now that there are so many AI tools in the market, and businesses want to, integrate these AI tools, but they don't know how. They can't do this themselves. So they need consultants like this who can guide how AI tools are adopted in support processes. Now, despite the AI innovation, it takes work and thinking to do in this age of AI. And people don't know how to implement AI in their businesses. They don't know which tool is applicable and best for them. They can use ChatGPT and Gemini and Copilot, but the struggle is how to identify, how to integrate it into their workflow. If you can help them do that, then you're in high demand. Look at this Twitter post to understand. So it says one of my friends is making close to $200 an hour by consulting US companies wanting to use AI for their businesses. The mad part is some people make $300 an hour. The AI hype is real. And if you play your cards right, you can make more than a Google research scientist does. Right? Fun fact, this is possible on LinkedIn. People, I'm not going to read the rest. Isn't that incredible? Just imagine $200, $300 for AI integration. Okay, good. Now, this is not the story of just one person. There is quite a revolution happening in India as well, where individuals and firms are providing AI implementation services. So the AI outsourcing wave is what is now coming along. Now, why are these AI consultants being paid so much? Because businesses across the world in any industry want to implement AI but lack the expertise. Enterprises struggle to show the value of AI projects. Now, do you sense opportunity here? Yes or no? Does this look like work you want to do? वैसे बहुत ज़्यादा option नहीं है, truth be told. You have no other option but to learn how to do this. Now, if the answer is yes, the most important questions are, how do I get my first break into this opportunity? If I want to get a break, what are the skills that I need to learn? How do I find a potential client? How do I find them and convince them to give me work? You may have a question. मैंने तो हमेशा domestic market में काम किया है. I don't know how to get international work. Then, is this work easy to do? If I get this work, how should I charge? Is this even safe? Can I suddenly lose my job? Can I do this on the side? We will answer all of these questions today and tomorrow. But as you can already sense, there is an unprecedented opportunity that did not exist before. This opportunity wasn't there 3 years ago. It wasn't even there 5 years ago, especially for operations and support professionals. So, can we show you a very interesting skill to, so that you can get an idea of how operations related work is changing and give you an idea of the work? Can we show you how to configure a chatbot without any knowledge of coding? Let's get real. Now let's show you this. Yes? Are you excited? Can we have all your attention? Okay, you need to tell us in chat.
Mansi, create the text before the demo, huh? Whatever is on PPT.
Okay, got it. Now we're going to show you a very simple thing so that you can do for a potential client, okay, which is to help them create a chatbot. See, most B2C, D2C, e-commerce, retail, wholesale professionals, even businesses are going to love it. There are many businesses who either don't have a chat option on their website, and as a result, they're not able to cater to their customers. They're even losing leads. Rather than hiring expensive and inefficient human staff, they just don't even have a chat option. Now, there are others who have a very poor AI deployment and that needs improvement. Have you seen that when you go to a website and you want probably, if you want support, you feel like you're banging your head against the wall? Yes? Does that happen? Yes? Now, have you come across these? Have you experienced that? And some places you go and you're interacting with a chatbot and you will see that, you literally feel like you're talking to a human being. Yes. Now, those are examples of great AI deployment and very average AI deployment. Yes. Can you help these clients install a chatbot on their website? And could be a very nice way to get in. And there are clients who have no chatbot. They have a great product, great service, great business, but no chatbot. Yes. See, before the AI comes in, you need to prepare for these three things. One, a knowledge base of all the most likely questions and answers that a potential customer may have with regards to the product and service of the client. Okay. Then a sequence of workflows. Yes. And then points of human AI handoff. What does this mean? That till this point, the first level responder can respond. After that, a specialized human case manager is required. That is a human AI handoff. Now, after that, it is possible to train AI based on training data. Then you have to test it. And Landbot is one such tool that you can work on. Now, it's chargeable only for real high volume deployment, which a client will anyway pay you for. But the good news is that you'll find lots of tools which you can practice on and learn for free, right? So, we're going to show you a demo of this. Excited? You want to learn this? Yes, no, maybe? Okay, great. Perfect. Okay, Garima, are you here? Garima, you're on mute. 1 second. Okay, great. Perfect. Could you
Hi,
show
everybody.
this?
Hi, everybody. Are we here, everybody? All set? Okay, everybody. Mansi just told us that a chatbot would help founders, or am I audible clearly? All right, perfect.
Yeah.
Now, Mansi told us that it'll help founders. What will help exactly a chatbot? Now, I want you all to wear the hats of a business owner before we go ahead. Say, for example, I'm a business owner, everybody. I have hundreds and two hundreds of customers who have multiple questions, inquiries, inquiries that probably till now people would um, write answers in form of FAQs. There could be inquiries related to orders.
Garima, sorry to interrupt. Two things. If you can step up volume, it'll be good. Some people are finding it a bit low. And
Okay.
second, can you jump into the demo?
All right.
I'll explain context where needed. Okay, just
Lovely.
take a sector and make the demo. Okay, guys, what you have to do is we're going to show you how to create a chatbot which is AI powered. This is one out of 20 things that you should learn how to do. Okay, imagine if you can learn 20 or even 50 things which we teach our students. But right now in this bootcamp, we'll teach you about 6, 7. Okay, chatbot is one of them. Once Garima shows you how to create the chatbot, we will show you how to pitch to potential clients for this. Okay, all right.
All right, everybody. So, there's one tool that's my favorite for creating chatbots, that is Landbot. I'll simply Google Landbot and I see this logo right here is the Landbot. I'll log into it. It's going to be a free account that I'll be using. I hope my volume is clear and crisp. Are you with me? In the meantime, you can all tell
Can
me.
you check? I find it okay. A lot of people are saying it's not. Um, can you go into Zoom and make it maximum as the audio input where your mic shows? Go to Zoom audio settings and input of your mic, just make it maximum. It might just be better for people. Most people can hear it, but some people are finding it a bit low. Okay, guys, hang on. We're fixing it.
Tell me, are you with me, everybody? Are you able to hear me clearly? Too low, okay. Yes. Still the same. No Garma.
Just speak a little louder. It's okay.
All right, everybody. So I'll be taking up all my energy. Now I am on Landbot. Till here, are you with me, everybody? Yes. In the meantime, you can tell me what all websites you have actually used a chatbot on. What all companies? I would give my answer first. I used it on Zomato. Absolutely lovely. Swiggy, okay. Amazon, okay. Now I want to create a bot for a website here. I'll go to web, simple, and I'll ask it to build for me. Now it asks me to describe what kind of a bot I want. Now I am too lazy to write what I want. So I would simply go to ChatGPT. I am creating a chat bot on Landbot. I am creating it for Losico.
Or say a D2C or something. Okay. Or for an ed tech, you can say.
For
Take
a net.
take a sector, guys. Eventually, we'll show you how to specifically research and use this technique for a specific company. So when you share a sample with the founder, they will be very impressed because you will share a clickable link with them and you'll tell them that, hey, so and so Joe, I saw your website. It's great. You have a lot of valuable information, but there is no way for you to interact with potential customers and existing customers. So here's a sample chatbot design. I'm going to share a preview of it with you. Let me know if you like it. I can help you with 10 other things to speed up your support and ops and make it next level so that customers are delighted and come back to you. Right? You will go with that message. But right now we are showing you how to create it because it's a chicken and egg story. First, you either get you need both, right? Otherwise, you're not going to get a client or get paid. So she's showing you the skill, and then we will show you how to pitch. Okay.
All right. So now ChatGPT can actually do its own research. So I'll tell it it's an edtech company, but do your real time research on what the company's vision and mission are. And then tell me what I should describe on Landbot. So it creates highly helpful customer support bot for all the target groups that open or visit the website of Losico. Everybody with me?
Garima, is it possible to do standard screen share like we are doing? You are inside the screen
Yes.
also and on Zoom as well. So
Yeah.
some people want to see the prompt in full. We will give you the
Yeah.
full prompt also. Ah, okay.
Okay. Now it has given me a prompt that I can paste into Landbot. Summary description. No, tell me. Ready to paste. Bot description. This chatbot is for Losico, India's #1 legal edtech. The goal is to help law students, professionals, career changers. You see, the output is pretty targeted.
I'll explain. She has basically written Lawseco is a legal edtech company, our sister brand for lawyers to help lawyers upskill. Okay. Now imagine that you have to create a chatbot for that, right? So before you create a chatbot, before you know the services, you will ask AI that tell us what is the mission and vision and what does this company do. Okay. And then you will tell AI that this is a edtech company. They have many courses. Find out those things. Think of the most common queries and tell us what are the most popular issues that are going to arise, right? So she has done some kind of categorization here and now she is going to paste it on the website. Have you seen so many websites where you just don't have a way to access support in the west and they say we will reply to you in 72 hours? Often that reply also is like very bad. Now imagine if you could have live response instantaneously happening there, like Alipay or a Zomato, right? Zomato level standard. Okay.
All
And
right.
there are some pre setup also, like e-commerce assistant either on Landbot is preset. So if you're pitching to an e-commerce company or a D2C brand, you know what D2C brand is, right? एक company, एक brand का company, direct to customer, like Xiaomi, OnePlus, any of that. तो वहीं से e-commerce assistant का template plug and play you can do. Okay?
Now,
All right.
Landbot asks for 1,000 characters at max, so I'll ask ChatGPT again because I'm too lazy to make it myself. ChatGPT is creating the same prompt into 1,000 characters. And lovely. Are you ready to see the result, everybody?
Don't worry if you can't follow everything, just understand the method, right? And you will see a bot with a flow,
Look at that.
correct? Garima, just zoom and show us the branches, huh?
Now, everybody, whenever somebody visits the company website LawSeco, they will see a chatbot. There are three options. It'll either pop up, it'll either be on the right, left corner, or it'll be another way. Now, welcome to LawSeco. This is the first. Now, I can always edit it. Welcome to LawSeco. I am your support agent. How can I assist you today? Or I can say, I would love to hear from you. Then these are buttons you can always add and delete. By the way, you can also add whether somebody wants to talk to a human right here, but we'll add it later. Now, somebody would probably click on explore courses. When somebody would explore courses, this will get activated and they'll see all these courses. If somebody wants to see FAQs, this will get activated and these are the FAQs that they can ask. Later, technical support, this one, right? So all the workflow has been created. Now, after this, somebody can also ask, would you like to book a free call? Yes or no. And from here, you can actually also create leads. You can integrate email lists creation here and it'll keep adding to the leads also. Now, if there is, say for example, I want to add an option of human takeover here. Somebody, say for example, there is an option right here. I want to add a button here saying talk to human. And I go to settings, sorry, and I click here. I click here. Wait, I'll have to. Yeah. So you see this. Where does this button end up into? I click on this and I go into integrations. You see all these integrations are possible. You can actually create a Google Sheet from your Zapier and everything, Calendly. I can actually go to inbox and builder tools and click on human takeover. So as soon as I create a human takeover, when somebody clicks on this button, this goes to a human and a human can actually intervene into the conversation and the chatbot will pause its own this thing. Are we together? Are we here, everybody? Are you with me till now? Perfect. Now I'll go to design. I can always design it. I can choose
Some people are not able to understand. You all ask us questions on chat, we will answer. Let Garima show this. You're not expected to have a photographic memory. Imagine if you learned this whole thing for just 2 hours and got a whole week to practice it and implement it and pitch to 10 clients every day, right? In half an hour or 1 hour, send 10 pitches to clients and you learned this like that. How would it be? Okay. Ask me questions if you didn't understand. Okay, Garima, you proceed. Don't worry.
yeah. So Within the design templates, you can always choose the aesthetics that you want. Say, for example, I would choose this one. And then within the general, you can choose gradient, image, background, everything. You can choose the layout right here. You can add image. You can choose the icon that is shown here. You can choose the avatar that would be visible. Say, for example, I would want this avatar. I can also add my own image. Now, I go to settings. I can also change the name of. Say, for example, I name it LS Support AI. Now, how do I activate it into my website? I would go to share. Now I was telling you all the 3 4 options that you have, how this will be activated. One is a live chat on the right side corner. One, you can embed it within your website. One can be a pop-up. Say, for example, somebody opens Lawsico website and there is a pop-up. And one can be a full page, of course. So, say, for example, somebody clicks on it, it goes on to another tab.
Garima, can you show the rendered version? Let's just do a preview, okay?
Okay.
We can embed, we can tell our website team that ye copy kar lo. Copy this code and put it on the website. You don't need to know coding for that, right? And now Garima will show you what the previewed bot looks like, and then we will compare it against what is the actual one, and then we will ask you if that adds value. You will decide. And then we
Yeah.
will ask you why have we already not done it. Okay?
Now, say, for example, I published it. And after publishing it, I had a link. So I go to explore courses. Now, these are all the courses that it has taken up from our website itself. So, say for example, I want to talk about contract drafting. You see, it's exactly like you see on Zomato and Amazon. Everything is fed into it. And this is how it answers your questions.
Can you show it again? Test this. Let's do a test this, okay?
Yeah. Say, for example, I go to test. It asks me, say, for example, you see, I wrote it. I am your support agent. How can I assist you today? Would love to hear from you. Now, there are explore courses here. I can explore any of these. And if I want to talk to a human, let me click here. And
And the other options?
yeah, I'll refresh it.
So there is already some depth, right? There is branches. Now I'll show you what's the real one. Show FAQ also if there is something.
Now, we haven't really fed information yet.
Got it. So we can prepare a knowledge base and feed FAQs.
Yeah.
You can see this branch thing, right?
Yeah.
And there are more bots that we can create. I can
Absolutely.
create one for my placement team. I can create one for my students who want general guidance. I can create one for website visitors. I can create a live 24/7 support help desk, right? Let me
Yes.
know on chat. Now I'll show you what is the real one. And then I'll ask you why is it not better? Okay. Let me know when we're done, Garima.
Yeah, we're done. We're done.
We're done? Okay. Just okay, then you can stop screen sharing.
All right.
Now guys, you can customize this for D2C. Landbot में एक बार D2C का दिखा देना. There are 5 million, no, there are 10 million e-commerce stores all over the world, at least, of which 6 million are in US. Okay, for those you can do a direct Landbot के अंदर से. You don't even have to go to GPT. You have to go into Landbot and you have to pre-create a e-commerce assistance. Okay, and you can give it to them. थोड़ा customize करना पड़ेगा, right? Somebody who sells clothes is different from somebody who sells shoes or furniture or makeup. Correct, but that much you can do. We will now show you how to find. That time don't say what I will do, how I will get work. Okay, you don't have to worry about WordPress because you will give the embed code to them and their tech person will figure it out, right? That is what people are doing. You can sell this feature, right? You sell the chatbot, you say, I will monitor it, I'll ensure that it is run properly, it is accurate, it leads to better customer service and satisfaction. Because right now, we haven't tested the bot for 100% accuracy. There is much more information branching and layering that has to be done, right? User template on the right, Garima.
All
Or you
right.
can do build it for me. Just check, one of them will have it. Okay, here, e-commerce assistant. Just click
Okay.
on it.
Okay. So say for example, I require a chatbot for my e-commerce website. You can name the company and I can probably simply generate.
That's all. Like it's a one-click generation. Okay. Where is the data coming from for users? That will happen when it is installed, right? On the backend. Correct. That the founder can still do. So you got a basic chatbot design immediately. Okay. All right.
Yep.
Now you can add new branches manually, or you can do it automatically through Landbot. Okay, you
Yes.
can add manually also. Plus options are there. Okay, we'll move on. Bahut ho gaya. Now we'll show you how to pitch. Ready? Mansi, ready for the pitch?
Yeah, you want me to show Y Combinator or Apollo?
Anywhere we can show. Ek minute, huh? I want to show you guys one thing. Now check this. Now actually go to lossico.com. Okay. And see what chatbot loads up. Okay. This is the chatbot. There are no options. New conversation, you will chat, something will come. We are not doing more things on this. Now, who can tell me why? There's simple instruction to one human, which is that collect number and give forward. Why? Because if you make a mistake, a good lead will be lost. Okay, that is our instruction. Many companies don't even have this window. Now, who can tell me why is it not better? If I am showing you Landbot, why is it not implemented here? You understand, we're a big company with at least 30-40 people operation team, 40 people in customer support, some people in onboarding, everything we are manually doing, right? Because ops and support people are not using AI. They are not deploying it. I can show you the magic, but then when you deploy it, then you have to use the mindset to test it, to see if it's accurate, to see if it's making mistakes. If a new product is launched, is it brought here? Is it happening correctly, or are there errors? And there just aren't enough people. So we thought, okay, let's figure this out and teach people. We can also hire people who configure all these things. But there are so many US, UK, global startups and SMEs and services agencies which need to hire such people, right? Now you'll go on Y Combinator, which is you know Y Combinator, the world's most famous startup accelerator founded by Paul Graham and Sam Altman, also the founder of ChatGPT, was his partner earlier. Okay, Airbnb, Dropbox, all these companies have been graduating from there. And we will show you even Y Combinator companies don't have this chatbot. Okay. Are you excited? How many of you are excited? Let us know on chat. And we're going to move on and show you the outreach. P too many variables. Okay. Making sense? No, just mark everybody. Can you? Now this is just one skill. Imagine 50 such skills. In every industry, there are different skills, right? This is to just one chota mota skill. Then there are other skills. Okay, Mansi, also show the human part, what the human has to do in this. Huh?
Okay, so I want to take you through. We'll go to Y Combinator. I've shortlisted a few. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Y Combinator. You can, by the way, go to any and all accelerators that you like. Just a moment. I'm just sharing my screen. Yeah, 1 second. Yeah. And any accelerator will have a list of startups that they have funded. So this is Y Combinator's website, okay? This is Y Combinator's website, everybody. And if you go on to companies, you will see something which is a startup directory, okay? I'll go to startup directory. Now, I will not go to an Airbnb because they will have the resources that they need and it'll be difficult for you to get in. So you go to a recent batch, which is summer of 2025. Now, I was looking, now, as you go through these, you'll see so many of these are, AI tools, right? I was shortlisting some and I went to something which is called Idler. Okay. What this does is these are AI employees that handle the work so that people can do the magic. That's how they describe themselves. Okay. Now, this was founded in 2025, a team size of 3 people. They will want all the support. So I'll go to their website. Okay. Now it talks about tools that can help you track your work, basically data driven decision making, update trackers, send emails. You step in only if you are needed. So this is basically like an AI agent, right? What do they do? Order fulfillment, payment collection, service scheduling, stuff like this. 3 hours a week, 3 hours a week that are saved by this tool. Now, does this website have a chatbot? Can you see? This is their website. Can you tell me in chat if you can see? I've been watching, okay, and seeing if they have a chatbot. They don't. They have this option to email to them, which also I've been clicking on, but doesn't take me anywhere. Okay, now if I go to early access,
Okay, so who?
what?
Yes. Acha. Interest form is there.
It takes me to an interest form. Now, most like if I were you, here's what I would do. I would fill up this interest form and see how long it takes for them to respond to me. What kind of response comes in? That's what I would do. Okay. Now I want to show you another. So before I show you another one, did you get the point? Did you see that you could offer creating a chatbot for a page like this? Yes. Now, how do you go and offer? Is you go and see who's their founder. Okay, so these are founders. Now I'll go to LinkedIn and send this person a message, send Ivan a message. What message to send, I will tell you in a moment. But does this make sense? Can you do this as well? Yes or no? Okay, you want to tell me. This is very simple. I will just show you what kind of message to also send. But before that, I want to show you one more company and I want to show you how to spot a loophole, how to spot an opportunity. Okay.
You don't need a paid version, guys. You can message through Idler ka company account. Mansi, can you show?
Yes.
You
Yes.
don't need LinkedIn Premium. Idler ka company account where you can go. All company accounts have. This is the hidden secret of LinkedIn. They want to sell you premium, so everyone thinks that you need premium. इसमें unlimited messages you can send. You don't need this person to be in your connection. I got a connection request from a Y Combinator CEO, okay, last year. Why? Because I keep showing all these demos that guy came to know about me, wrote. Okay, so you can message like this. Second thing is there are tools like Apollo.io and Hunter, where if you put in the LinkedIn profile details of the founders, you will get email IDs. Right? So here, Joel, you have Sales Navigator, but we have even more powerful techniques which are cheaper and more effective than Sales Navigator, and you can get email IDs out also. Okay, but you just have to send to 10 people 10 emails a day. Okay, email, LinkedIn message, any of that. And if their Twitter is open, right, then तो ट्विटर पे रेस्पॉन्स मिलना सबसे ज्यादा likely है. Okay, till here clear? Idler is some company we found on Y Combinator. There are about 3,000 accelerators in the US, and 300 of them list we found publicly available. And Idler is just one company in one of the accelerators. Right? Imagine you all were saying where to find clients. There are tons and tons and tons of clients. Noshina has shared a list of 300 accelerators. Mansi, can you click on it and show them?
Yes. Here we go. This is the list of 300 accelerators that are there. This is Y Combinator. You can go
And
to
each accelerator shows how many companies they have funded. Look, number of investments 2676.
yeah.
Right. So you will find that many companies. Now you should go to the most recent ones because they are small, they are growing, right? And they are desperately needing assistance. Even the big ones need, but you build some track record, some credibility, some trust, right? Nitin, what is your question? Okay. Tell me what your questions are till here. You all asked where to find clients, right? Now, have you heard of Shark Tank, for example? What is Shark Tank? They are startups and SMEs are coming to pitch to investors, right? That's Shark Tank, correct? Now, this is on TV, but it actually happens in the professional world, right? It's more like a reality TV thing there. But there are hundreds and thousands of accelerators, to 3,000 in US, 2,800 are listed for free. and each of them, advertises literally कि ये हमारा startup है, this is our startup, this is our startup. So what am I saying to you is उन सबको जाके go ahead and pitch, right? And every sector needs this. Now there are few things you can help them with. One was to chatbot. I said, see the chatbot is there or not. If it's missing, just put it up. Second thing, you can write a sales query right away on one of those websites like this agent mail one. Correct? You
I
can write.
actually want to show them
Yeah.
how support is not available in some plans and how they can just write to them for building support if whenever you feel is right. I went to their website and checked it out. So this is agent mails. Abhida, you want me to show this right now or did I interrupt?
No, go for it.
Okay. So if you see, this is agent mail. Okay. This is like an email API for your agent. Okay. Now, if you go to their website, you will see this is like a SaaS product that they're offering. Okay. Now, if you see, they have their list of services. Just a moment, I'll just show you right here. Now, do you see they charge about $400 a month for a product like this. Then an enterprise version sells for $1,000. Now, just watch here. For a custom service only, they have a 24/7 dedicated support. For someone who's paying $1,000 a month, they have priority support. Okay. We don't know what the TAT of this support is. This and here, they're not talking about support. When someone is paying $400 also, there is barely any support. There is no commitment for how long they will take to come back to me if I need support. What does this tell you? This tells you that they are short on people with regards to customer support and operations. So they need help, right? Now, if I were you, I would actually write to their founder, and obviously you can see that they don't have a chatbot. You could obviously write to them about that. But this is also how you spot if they have opportunity within customer support. Okay. Does this make sense? Okay, now I would go back again, same technique, would go to Adi's or Hakam's or Michael's LinkedIn page and write a message to them. Or go to Agent Mail's page and send their company page a message. Okay. Does this sound good? And can I show you in a moment what message to send to them? Yes. Abhida, you want to take on for a moment till I just navigate through where the message is?
I need a moment.
Okay, cool.
I'm taking out the PPT. I want to tell them what is the manual work in this.
Yeah.
So how many of you know what is the manual work? ये तो automated था and it looks very easy, right? Now there is some need for actual support and ops people. You know what? Where is that need? 1 second, I'm going to tell you.
Okay, meanwhile, can I show them what message to send if that's okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So once you once you identify who the founder is, this is the kind of message that you send. Can you see my screen? Can you see this template of a message? Could you just tell me in chat? Now, this is in case of if you do see a chatbot, okay? So you say, hi, my name is so-and-so. I just messaged your live chat a few minutes ago, and I'm still waiting on a response. Now, if I were a customer, I'd probably be gone by now. Have you considered using AI to speed this up? Now, don't worry, you don't have to replace your team if you don't want to. I can discuss with you on how you can use AI as an ally for your existing team as they grow to solve bigger challenges for your company. Now, you could also send something like this. You could say, given frequent updates in your industry, customer product trials and training often lag behind with new tech feature launches and marketing promises. I can cross-check that your product tutorials are updated to reflect the delivery promises made on the website or landing pages, even identify gaps where support teams need additional training. I can help you create detailed product tutorials and simplify existing technical processes into visually appealing training programs so that new hires can hit the ground running. I can enable you to implement ticket deflection, create self-service help desks and chatbots with human in the loop at the appropriate stages. Now, what happens when, they send a response, right? So if you like this, if you can actually send, messages to say 20 people every day, 2, 3 will respond. Now, when they respond, how will you do the work? You have to know the skills, of course, right? What does that take? 2 hours a day and 6 months to learn this. But do you see a once in a lifetime, once in a generation opportunity here? Does this look like something easy to do, something that you can learn? Yes. It's okay. Don't worry about the fact that you didn't follow through exactly the steps that Garima said. I want you to know that learning how to create a chatbot for a business problem is learnable, even if you have no coding background. Abhishek, you want to tell them what you were saying?
Yeah. Okay. So just one quick thing. Some of you will say that why will they hire us? Firstly, I've shared a lot of press coverage where we have shown you that we are getting like helping 1,300, 1,600 people every month get results. Have you seen that on chat, including housewives, college students, fresh grads, 70-year-olds? Doesn't matter. Okay. Now I'm going to be telling you why you will get paid. Okay. What we showed you was the first step, which is starting the creation. Okay. Now, what do companies pay you for? They pay you for, now you know that there's proof. We have helped people get opportunities, right? Companies pay you for the solution and that it is working, which is why you are needed, because you're the one who knows the op stuff. Are tickets effectively getting handled without human intervention? So you have to make a report, right? This is a concept called ticket deflection. Are the responses accurate? Is the tool able to identify the correct points where you can hand over to a human? Can you automate more and hand over at more limited places? Now, what are the 7 phases of implementation? This is just one skill, okay? There are imagine learning 20, 25 skills like that. The first phase, I'm telling you 7 phases are there. We just showed you a snapshot of the first phase, not the full first phase, that is chatbot setup and design. Here you have to define the use cases and flows. We saw one use case and made a flow. Platform and user interface configuration. We didn't do that. We said you can embed the code in the website, give it to the techie. Then there is training where you have to prepare the knowledge base. Remember, Garima said that I haven't fed it more information. Otherwise, the chatbot can be more detailed. So you have to prepare a knowledge base first. Then you have to put in conversation scripts and personality. You might put in natural language processing. Then you integrate it with customer support systems. There is email, there is WhatsApp, there is so many others, right? Then human handoff and escalation. You check who is the person to be handed off to at different points. Is it the same person? Does he have the knowledge, or is it supposed to be different people? Which are the handoff triggers? Correct? Then you have to test and have to have quality assurance, because if it is giving wrong answers, it's going to be a big problem. Then you deploy and launch across for the whole company. Zomato can't do it all across. They'll do it in Delhi, in one area of Gurugram for 10 restaurants. Then when they see it's happening properly, then they'll do it everywhere. Before that, they'll tell customers, hey, this is beta. If you are not happy, give us a bad rating and we'll switch to a human. Like that, it happens. Announcements and onboarding. Then they do a phased rollout. Then they do monitoring, ongoing optimization and maintenance. ये सब करते रहना. It never gets over. Why it never gets over? Even on Zomato, there is something new, right? Even McDonald's launches a new product, right? Even they expand to a new geography, correct? So there is something or the other new, some expansion, some upgradation, some new crisis, right? Some new lockdown, some new detour, some new delay, some exception to the 10-minute delivery rule or 40-minute delivery rule, some new coupon compensation they are giving ki 40 minutes a delay, so 100 rupees you get extra, but claim it in this much time. कुछ चलते रहेगा. So you have to do analytics and feedback, content updates, performance monitoring. So you have shifted from answering tickets from a CRM into some of these high value things, right? And there's a huge amount of implementation involved from a human angle. Now, do you think this is really difficult, or you can learn this? You realize you can learn this? Tell me on chat. Do you realize these things are doable? Starting salary मान के चलो that you can charge on a project basis $10 per hour, which is lower than minimum wages. Okay, if they hire even a dog walker, they have to pay $20 an hour. But $10 an hour, if you have Indian cost, it turns out to be more valuable than an MNC job. In ops, people with 10 years experience are sometimes stagnating at 1 lakh and struggling to earn more. right? But if you work on the side for 3 to 4 hours a day and charge $10 an hour, you can earn an extra 80,000 to 1 lakh rupees. Correct? And wherever you live, you don't have to worry about getting MNC job. Now, this is only the start. After that, you can earn much more, right? Now, this is the whole idea. Okay. And by the way, I just want to tell you, how do you go about training the team? We'll teach you these things also, but we'll move on now. Okay. How did you find this? थोड़ा difficult है, नया है, obviously. See, some of you expected that job will land in my lap. I'll attend this boot camp and I'll get free job for the taking, like return gifts and toffees on the birthday party. That won't happen, right? Obviously. And most reasonable people know that you have to do something to get it, right? And this is what you have to do. But now you realize that it is learnable and doable. करेक्ट. अब एक चीज है वेयर यू हैव टू get inputs from the founders, which is to actually create their knowledge base. There is one level of information which will be there on their website, one level of information which will be there in their past tickets, third level of information where you talk to their existing managers and ask them कि भाई इसको कैसे हैंडल करते हो, is this correct, because this is what I found on your website. Correct. But we will show you how to implement this. Okay, how to create a knowledge base tomorrow. Today we have other things lined up. One is a voice agent, and maybe we will show you sentiment analysis if we have the time. Okay, Mansi, I'm stopping here, you take over. Okay. Yeah, so it's not like easy, it's doable, but it's not like something that you can automatically right now do, right? But this is where the game is. This is where you can earn $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month. Heck, if people are earning $1,200 an hour, why can't you earn $3,000 a month? That's just $36,000 a year. And if you check in the US, automation specialists, एक तो they are not available, and if they are there, are charging $200,000 a year. तो आप $30,000 a year तो you can do, right? Correct. English speaking, don't worry, we can help you learn English also if you need, right? एक तो AI is there which can help you. Correct. And Pankaj Sharma, the technical jargons you saw, it is like old wine in new bottle. Some of the work is being done by AI, so we are calling it a bot. It's a robot, chatting robot, right? Okay, let's move.
Okay, cool. Now let's talk about why are we saying that implementing AI for operations and delivery is the future for you. You may have a question. अगर ये सब exist करता है, if there are so many tools, can't organizations do it themselves? Absolutely not. See, in Gartner's 2023 survey, talent shortage was a top implementation barrier alongside data and technical issues, right? IBM's research has shown that 42% of organizations felt that they had inadequate generative AI expertise. Why am I telling you this? Because if there is shortage, then you can learn. And these are the 5 biggest AI adoption challenges. And I'm not saying this. IBM's report has come out and said this. See, in many instances, it fails because lack of leadership support, who stick to traditional methods. You may have seen in your own organizations how sometimes when AI came in, everybody was like, no, if you're going to do this with ChatGPT or with AI, we don't want it. Organizations would not value the contribution if it was coming from AI. That's not the case anymore. As long as you can solve a business problem and create value in a business owners or leadership doesn't care whether you've used an AI tool or not. Look at what CEOs of companies like Shopify are saying. I'm going to read out some piece of it for you to know. Okay. Using AI effectively is like a fundamental expectation of everyone at Spotify. And also now, if you say that, hey, I run a project and I want more resources or headcount on this project, teams are having to justify and demonstrate why they cannot get something done using AI. So a large number of businesses across the world are hiring consultants to help them implement AI, like we've been talking to you. Now, this is important because there is no other way out. And we can expect India's share of the global AI services market to grow. India is expected to lead the AI implementation revolution. Do you remember how we brought about the revolution in software? CEOs across the world are betting on it, by the way. India can actually forge its own future in AI. And I'm not saying this. This is Satya Nadella who says this. Many Western SMEs will likely choose Indian partners by default for their AI projects over the next 3 years because they did that for software, with Zoho and Freshworks. or customer support because of the positive success stories that we already have. Now, what if you could be a part of this revolution? Wouldn't that be beneficial to you? What do you say? Yes, no, maybe. Remember, in 1990s, India had a tech and BPO revolution. The next big wave is the AI revolution. Indian professionals, especially in the support and operations roles, can actually lead this by helping global companies adopt AI. And you can do this either part-time or full-time or remotely, even alongside your current job. And we'll guide you on how to get clearance or manage it discreetly. So work from India on your on your mornings, evenings, night shifts. Many people are already doing this, working for clients in the US, Europe, Dubai, Singapore, and more. By the way, we as a company are a remote first company with 600 plus people. And we've helped many Indians build successful remote careers since 2016. The AI opportunity is global, okay? And you can be a part of it. Here are the 10 key areas in which customer support professionals can assist businesses in AI implementation in 2020. Creating chatbots and virtual assistants, automated ticketing systems, sentiment analysis. We'll show you this if we have time today or tomorrow to minimize refunds, negative reviews, delight customers, and fix anything that's broken for the future. Then creating an omni-channel support ecosystem, personalized customer experiences and interactions, voice recognition and natural language processing, knowledge-based automation, predictive analytics for proactive support, automation for repetitive tasks, identification, customer success, identification of when to offer renewals, upsells, and cross-sells. See, we just showed you a demo of one skill right now. There are more skills to show. But remember, to get opportunities, having the skills is just one component. आपने सीख लिया कि chatbot कैसे create करते हैं. फिर there are two other things. Just because you have a skill does not mean that you will get jobs or you will get projects. So what are the two other components? Building track record and doing outreach, right? Now, skills plus track record plus outreach is equal to results. And that's the formula that we follow at Skill Arbitrage. So we'll discuss more about this later. Now, let's understand how you can get some initial assignments and build your track record. We showed you about Y Combinator, right? Can I talk to you about what kind of potential clients and employers should you initially approach? हमने आपको अभी startups दिखाए that you can find via accelerators, right? But what beyond that? So in the beginning, when you're just starting out, when you're also looking for ground to experiment and play on, we recommend that you approach US small medium enterprises, service businesses, professional service firms. Who are these? Lawyers, accountants, architects, real estate companies, healthcare companies, manufacturing companies, and startups. Now, why am I saying these businesses first? Because it makes sense to target businesses in advanced economies because you have a massive cost advantage. That is number one. Number two, these are smaller businesses, but they are more desperate for AI adoption. And they stand to benefit by accessing cutting edge AI solutions via Indian consultants, gaining efficiencies that level the playing field with larger competitors. Larger competitors will hire, but these are the ones who actually need it and would be more desperate. And they'll be willing to give a chance to newcomers in this area. Now, as you will track record by working with smaller businesses, you can eventually go to larger businesses as well. Businesses in certain specific industries are more eager to engage in AI-powered operations and support professionals than others. Can I talk to you about some specific industries that you should target? Can I tell you specific industries? Would you tell me yes, no, maybe in chat? And then I'll talk to you about how much can you expect to earn. Hey everyone, I need some excitement in chat. I need you. If you want to know industries, you have to participate. That's my only way to know. Okay, cool. Now we'll go through this a little fast. Okay, there are some statistics with every industry. I'm not going to go through statistics. I'll tell you the point of why we were showing you those statistics. Okay, But the point is that thanks to the remote work revolution, sitting right here in India, you can work for SMEs, service businesses, startups, even large MNCs in the US, UK, Canada, and Dubai. Now you don't need to get a work visa to go there and work. So, what are these top 5 industries that are embracing AI in operations and customer support? These. Number 1, retail and e-commerce. Why is this important? So these, with every industry, there are some growth trends. Okay, we've looked at many industries and we've looked at what, who are the industries that have been adopting AI and how are they growing. So these are those trends. It's not important to remember these numbers, which is why I'm going to go over them quickly. Now, this has been growing at a CAGR of 2.5%. Then any B2C company in the retail segment. Okay, B2C e-commerce market size. This is the market size, right? Now, this is growing at a CAGR of approximately 19.5%. Then financial services. What are companies here? Banking, fintech, insurance. Now, banking has been growing at a CAGR of 4.5%. Fintech growing at about 14%. Look at this between 2025 and so this is all for the next 5 years, right?
Most industries are doubling to quadrupling. So
Yeah.
we want to show you that there is opportunity. See, in the US, a lot of roles are getting outsourced because they are not giving visa. They are, turning off the illegal immigrants. Now, the outsourcing ka revolution has a few implications. If there is a very big company, right, then what are they going to do? They are going to set up MNC in India. So you should look at the news and research. About 800 to 1,000 new MNCs are going to come up just in the next 5 years. Okay, which is massive. And how many people they will employ? Do you know? I don't have the number for ops, and but ops will have at least 1 lakh people. Total number of people that will be employed will be 4 million. Okay, so if you want that, those jobs can be available. But imagine if they are building so rapidly, 4 million people have to be hired in 5 years, right? Then obviously you have to build up operations very rapidly because MNC doesn't do marketing and selling from India. They do operations and all of that work from here. So you have opportunity there. But then there are smaller businesses. Smaller businesses cannot set up an MNC in India, and in US they may not find onshore talent. Onshore talent is very expensive and there is a limited amount also, right? So what do? They give work to individual remote freelancer. That is how our students have been getting this work. Okay. Yeah. Somebody is asking which jobs are AI proof. AI proof job is AI plus human, right? That is greater than AI alone or human alone, right? And then there are a lot of things in option support once you do the testing, the rolling out, the fixing, all of that is obviously AI proof. Then there is judgment, intuition, predictive analytics, so many things you do where you have to use AI, right? Somebody has to use it. AI doesn't know which direction to go in. So you're the person who's involved. Okay, let's move. Are you liking this? Preeti Shilwant, will we provide us jobs? See, we will show you how to get a job. There is a roadmap, skills plus track record plus outreach. If you follow this and you put in 2 hours a day, from the second month or third month onwards, you should be able to get your own paid clients. In India, you are used to doing unpaid internships. If you get a paid client who gives you 3-4 hours of work and then they like your work, they can give you a remote job, okay, or remote freelance work, which is very good because they don't want to lose you. Okay, it's like discovering a hidden Kohinoor because they didn't know that it was even possible to find someone like that in India like this. Like when I'm ordering from the US, if I manage to find one duty free store, remember when you all go international travel, दुबई में सिंगापुर में ड्यूटी फ्री एक बॉटल के लिए लोग मतलब कितना पागल हो जाते हैं, राइट? नाउ हियर आई एम टॉकिंग ऑफ somebody who can do full blown chat AI ops management, right? And somebody has pitched to them, matlab landed in their plate, literally in their inbox. So they are going to be all over head over heels. This is how our students have become even co-founder of Y Combinator startup or of a Canadian startup. Some of them are going to be coming in this bootcamp and interacting with you live. Okay, but we'll show you these techniques. And yes, if you are our student, there is one part of our company which also pitches to these businesses using the same techniques so that we can accelerate the results that our students are getting. We still tell our students that aap bhi pitch karo, you have to pitch, there's no other way, right? And build track record, but we will also pitch so that we can help our students even more. Till here, are you clear? Now, how much you charge? Remember, we told you first 1 or 2 assignments, you can do it for even free for testimonials. One sample design you can show. You might have spent 2-3 hours. If they even give you a tip, they'll give you $30 or $50 ka tip. So eventually there is nothing free. Okay. But if you get after that a testimonial and from a US client, the next client will pay you a lot of money. $10 an hour, $500 for a chatbot that works. So चालू हो जाती है गाड़ी. Okay. Clarity is there, and see these industries because these are what you want to target. Okay. And you can do simple things like even creating a list of processes. Healthcare might have 100 of 200 processes for a polyclinic, and you might just create those lists with AI rapidly and create flowcharts and training so that their existing staff are trained. Some of you are in L&D, right? Those things can happen. Okay, Mansi.
Okay, great. So we were talking about specific industries to target. This is healthcare. Okay. Now then manufacturing and supply chain. These are growing at about, 1.5% till 2029. Then travel and hospitality, an industry which is very, very eager and an early adopter of tools like this, growing at a CAGR of about 5.5% from 24 to 31. Now, these industries have a huge and massive operations and customer support, and they need operations professionals to assist them with automation. And low entry barriers, travel and hospitality companies are just early adopters. Now, there are other industries also which need local support and operations professionals. These are local businesses, B2C companies, especially SMEs and startups. And I want to tell you, there are companies even in India that you might want to get in touch with while you are still exploring this to understand how eager they are to get AI tools and to want the help to implement AI tools. These are companies with great businesses, great products, great services, but don't know how to implement AI in their operations and support. So you can target SMEs that have, say, less than 5,000 of a workforce. They are your best bet. Now, you can also work with companies and businesses in advanced economies as an operations and support professional. Why we keep talking about the US is because it has the largest concentration of your potential employers, and most likely they pay the best, right? The cost advantage there is just massive. Now, there are 35 million small businesses as per the US Small Business Administration Office of Advocacy. 1.2 million in Canada and 5.5 million in the UK. And more than 5 million new business applications are filed every year in the US alone. Why is this important? Because the more number of businesses, the more help they need, and they can't hire locally. And I'll tell you why. Okay, now in comparison, India is only about 2 lakh companies, that were incorporated last year as per the MCA. Now, how do you take advantage of these opportunities right now? How can you participate in the global economy? We've shown you how to find potential clients and employers, and I will show you another strategy. Abhishek, should we do Apollo.io right now, or should we do how much
Take
can
a
they?
call, Mansi.
Okay, so we've shown you one category. I want to talk to you about how much can you earn, and then I'll show you one more outreach technique. I'll show you another tool of how you can find clients. But I want to first talk to you about how much can you earn, because I really want to give you that perspective. Okay. Now, how much can you expect to earn through international remote jobs and assignments? Let's assume that you charge $10 an hour. And that's a very conservative estimate. Okay. $10 is super cheap. You can't get someone to flip hamburgers in the US at a local McDonald's, because minimum wages in most USAs is more than $10. Forget hiring a trained freelancer with AI tools at that cost. Now, freelancers in the US charge anything between $100 to $300, depending on the complexity of work. In other countries, they will charge about $80 an hour. So here's what a customer support representative charges as per Upwork, which is a global freelancing platform. How many of you know about Upwork? Can you just tell me in chat? If you know about Upwork, could you type K? And if you don't know, would you type DK? Just let me know. Okay, great. So many of you know about Upwork. That's great. So a general customer service representative would charge $10 to $25. A dedicated customer support would charge again $10 to $22. But a sales assistant would charge anything between $15 to $65. Now, you can see that $10 is the minimum amount. And it's hard to find a high quality talent anywhere in the world at that rate. Okay. Now let's do some math. If you work for 200 hours at $10 an hour, you learn about $2,000 a month. How much is that? That's close to about 1,70,000 a month. Yes? Is that bad? Hello? Is that bad? No, that's not bad. That's bloody good. Yes? Now, that's nearly 20 lakh per annum. Now, let's say some of you can't get into it full time. Let's just say you work for 3 hours a day for the lowest rate, which is $10 an hour. Then your daily income is about $30, right? Which is 2,500 bucks. At the current exchange rate, if you work for 20 days also, 3 hours a day, your monthly income on the side is 50,000 rupees. Is that bad for a, side gig? No, right? That's not bad at all. Sajal says I was about to fall off my chair. Yes, and if I told you that $10 is where it starts, see, if you are consistently getting work at $10, and we'll tell you how, the moment you increase it to $20, it doubles. And you don't need a visa. You're sitting right here out of the comfort of your home. Someone, when I was talking industry, someone said, Arey, now it is getting boring. Has it gotten interesting now? Yes. Some of you would be shocked to realize that this is much more than what support and operations people earn by working in domestic Indian jobs. This is just the start, by the way. $10 is where it starts. You can earn more as you stack up more high value skill sets. See, once a US employer realizes that you can do, several of 10 tasks that we showed you, chatbot sirf ek hai. And by the way, chatbot is a complex skill. Okay. Now, we showed you how you can do this. And if you are not supposed to limit yourself to phone calls and tickets, they will soon pay you more. They'll be very happy to increase this from $10 to $20 once they realize the value that you bring to the table. Okay. See, a reasonable goal when you start should be to earn $2,000 a month. Utna to karna hai na? Tomorrow, I will give you an exact step-by-step 6-month plan of how to reach to $2,000 a month. How many of you are going to be there? Is my question. Hello? Do you want this? Yes. Can you imagine that life? You don't have to go to an office. You don't have to spend 3 hours on the road in traffic. And by the way, for those of you who've never worked with international employers, I want you to know, working with international employers and domestic clients, there is a world of a difference. Is this really possible? Are there people who are doing this? Some of you wanted proof, right? Now I'm going to give you examples of some people who we help secure such work. This is Mamta Sahu. Okay, our team has been talking about her also. She had 1.5 years of experience, 1.5 years of a career gap, and secured 21 projects related to data entry, virtual assistants for international clients based in the US. And she's earned more than $9,000 till date through just Upwork. And she has a chat, she says, okay, I can't do more than 3-4 hours just with that. This is Gayatri. Okay. She was on a break since 2014 and she got an operations related job to train an AI tool from Scale AI and earned about $41. And then based on that work, she secured a long-term, annual contract for $10,000. Please do the math. That's not bad at all, right? Then this is Abhishek. Okay, he's earned more than $3,000 after joining us by providing just virtual assistant, administrative, customer support. Then this is Tanisha. Okay, she enrolled with us to learn AI skills. And within 3 months, she received an opportunity from Microsoft. She cleared 3-4 technical interview rounds. And now she's joined Microsoft as an AI content oversight and user prompt analysis role. Managing a global team across the US, Japan, and in India with a salary package of 13 lakhs per annum. And by the way, when you work with Microsoft, salary is not the only thing you look at, right? There are other perks.
Have you heard of someone do an online course and get a job with Microsoft? Literally upskilling professional. People do MBA and some 20 other degrees and don't get this. Right? And this is how it is. Okay. All right. Is it real?
Now,
That is how real it is, right? And we showed you press coverage. Tomorrow we'll give you stats and a plan that you can follow like Tanisha to get results yourself. All right, Mansi.
okay, now it's not a problem if you've had a career break. This is just the beginning. After building a track record, you can charge more. Now, look at what Jensen says. Okay. AI will create more millionaires in 5 years than internet did in 20. And he didn't stop there. He said exactly how it will happen. And he shares a framework in his post. Now, why are operations and support professionals crucial for any business? Abhida started talking about this. But before I go on to this conversation, you've been in the bootcamp for approximately 2 hours. Okay. And I want to ask you a very critical question. How many of you sense opportunity here? How many of you are excited to learn further about this? And you want to explore this professionally?
Guys,
Yes.
did you find any of this in YouTube? Udemy? Finding clients, pitching to them, auditing what is the problem, then fixing the solution. It's not there in YouTube, right? So we don't teach you on AI tool chotu motu cheez. We are telling you how to actually be an ops leader who is like a founder level person, right? Or a CEO level person. Like that we are teaching you. Okay? Okay, Bhola Yadav, if 6 months or Adesh Gaikwad, 6 months is very much no problem. You can struggle in your life for 5 years and then say, मेरा कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. 6 महीने भी नहीं देने तो 2 hours a day. You don't have to give up what you're already doing, huh? By the way. All right, Mansi.
Okay, so my question is, are you ready to receive professional help for this? So many of you, while we were showing you, the chatbot, some of you said, "Batao course kitne ka hai, wo batao." You were asking about our courses, right? Now, about that, I'll talk to you about it in detail tomorrow. Okay, and we can give a scholarship to only 60 people. We have approximately 1150 people right now. I will share with you a preference list. Okay. For those of you who are interested in the scholarship, you should fill it up. I want you to know it's not a commitment to pay. It is for us to know how many of you are actually interested in, going forward with this. It is just for us to capture your interest. Okay. I'm going to show you how to fill up the preference list. And once I show you, we'll drop the link and you can fill the list up and let me know. So this is what the preference list link looks like. You go, you fill up your name, your details, and you say, sorry, 1 second. Yeah. Okay. So you fill up some basic questions and then you say apply now. And that's how you fill up the preference list. Can we drop the link for everyone in chat? Okay, you have the link in chat. Could you just fill up the preference list if you're interested and let me know done once you fill this up? Yes. This, like I said, this is not a commitment to pay. This is just for us to know if you're interested. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay. Are we there?
Yeah, we can do voice agent. Did you show the Apollo one headphone, na?
No, I didn't. I can do that also right now.
Okay, a lot of people wanted to know how to find clients. Let's do Apollo.
Done. I'll do Apollo.
Yeah, and then we'll do
Just
voice
second.
agent.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So How many of you have heard of a tool called Apollo.io? Whoa, sorry, 1 second, everyone. Ouch. Yeah, I'll just share my screen with you.
So how do you reach out to people, guys? How do you do outreach? Some people use freelance platforms, but freelance platforms say this is more rewarding than freelance platforms, because in freelance platform it gets commoditized. You can't stand out, right? And freelance platforms are also now becoming a little pricey. In 2021, freelance platforms were the thing to go to. You can still go there, but you might need to spend a little, right? But you can use freelance platforms to research what's available. But here are very powerful tools that you can use in 2025 to pitch. One is direct pitching, which we showed you, like from Y Combinator. There are many other techniques we'll show you. Now, how do you eventually pitch? You will pitch through email, you will pitch through LinkedIn. In email, you can send easily 50 emails a day. If you send as a human at different points in time, we can show you how to automate. Google will not have a problem. I only suggest send 10 good emails a day. Okay, and take out about 30-40 minutes or 1 hour to do this. Okay, 10 good emails a day. Okay, now whom do you send it to? That Apollo will tell you, and its free version also allows you to extract 10 email IDs a day. Okay, and you can do custom research using Claude or ChatGPT to find out what these companies' problems are, and then send a custom email. Okay, all right, Mansi.
Okay, so you can just, I have a free account on Apollo. You can just log on the way I did. And you will see a lot of these filters on the left-hand side panel. Can you see? Yes. Now, I would go to companies, and so you can go and look for a specific company, or you can go and look for a company that is, like a like within the same industry, right? That is a lookalike. But anyway, so I'm going to go to, for the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select the location as the US. Then I'm going to go and see out of the industries that I just told you, right? So it says industries and keywords, and we're going to look at, say, healthcare. Okay. Okay. Now, if I want to include specific keywords, I'll include that. And we shall see. Now, I'll go and look at employee strength. Okay. So if I say, okay, healthcare companies that have an employee strength of 1 to say 50 people. Okay, these are the ones that will need support at the max. I can find about approximately 136,000 companies right here. I don't know if you can see, it says 1 to 25 of 136,832. These are the number of companies that you can find right here. Okay. Now, there are other filters should you specifically want to go on to a specific company. Now what I'll do is I'll go and scan through these companies. Say, for example, let's say Doctors Tech. Okay, this was founded 2018. California-based company. They're a healthcare tech business, specialized in risk adjustment. They offer an AI-powered mobile app and some learning tools, right? Now, we'll see if we can go to their website. Okay, one moment. Now, it will have links to, let's just go to their website. Yeah. I'm just helping you do the work of what do you actually go and see, right? You actually want to see what do they do and understand what do they do before you go and offer a solution. So risk adjustment is hard, Meteor AI Copilot, AI compliance, pre-chart, customized education. Now there is an option to book a demo, right? Now, if I were you, I would book a demo right here and understand what their product is. see how long they take to respond from the nature of emails that I'm receiving. See if I'm receiving an email from the same person or multiple people. If I have a question, how long do they take to respond to that? Do they give me a precise answer or not? Stuff like that, right? And then I come back to Apollo, and then I should be able to go and scan through the people within their organization. So these are key people, right? Now I can go through people who are directors, CXO level people right here. Now you'll see a bunch of people from India as well, right? So I would go to say, this is their talent hiring person, who's Preeti Bhatt. Now I can actually access her email right from here. Can you see this? I'll comply. I'm not going to do this right now. It's just going to reveal her email address, but that's how I can get her email address. What I would also do is I can go and find her on LinkedIn and pitch to her the same way. So this is Dr. Tech. I'd go to LinkedIn and find Dr. Tech right here. They actually sell a solution for hospitals and healthcare clinics within the US. That's my understanding. Then I'd go to people. Now I can always send a message here, and someone's always looking over this page and someone will respond. Now I find Preeti Bhatt right here. And I know that Preeti Bhatt is hiring. Right? And I could just send her a message about how I can improve their service, how I can add value. Does this make sense? Do you see how you can reach out? Yes? Okay, great. Now, this was just one company from Apollo's database. Now, I could go to others as well. If I go back and go to so many others. Krishna, I'm right here at Apollo. Yes, Shahrukh says, doesn't HR only do hiring? Yes, but if you want, you can go and send a message to HR or send a message to founder. I just wanted to show you how you can find someone. Yes? Okay, perfect. This is one strategy of how you can go and find someone. I could go to Doctors Health and write to their founder as well. And their founder's details was also there. I can just go and find the founder on LinkedIn as well. You can reach out to clients via email or LinkedIn, however way you like. We just wanted to show you all the options. Yes? Okay, 1 second. Abhida, do you want to add anything here? Okay, guess no. Okay, great. Just give me 1 second. Now, one thing that you know about doctors is they're already hiring from India. So they know how, hiring from an international location can help them save up cost, right?
One sec, Mansi, somebody asked how many such sites are there to find work. There is Apollo, there is Hunter.io. In Apollo, did you see the number of businesses with less than 10 people? There are a few million. Look here, total dekho. 1,36,900. Top
Yes.
पे. है ना? Guys, based on what Mansi has found. Now, is that enough for you? There are right now 1,000 people in this bootcamp. Correct? Why do you have to install it in iOS? Just go on the website and do it, right? Now there is Rocket Reach, there is Clutch, there is a list of 20-30 directories we have. Correct? All of these places are there. There are 300 startup accelerator websites. There is India Shark Tank and all startups you can pitch to. One of our students pitched to a Shark Tank startup, got work, did well, and the founder recommended him to the Shark Tank group. And in that group, after that happened, this student got 17 requests and got flooded. Correct? All right. All right. Any questions you all have? Yeah, Sangeeta, there's Lusha. There are so many. Many questions. Ask questions. Okay, let's move.
We want to do voice agents now and then interact with some people who've been on this journey. That's what we can do. And
Yeah. Ahmed, where are they using AI, Baba? We showed you. They don't use AI. They don't know anything about it. They are struggling to implement. They are like, धंधा करें कि AI implement करें? Should I fix my ops or should I fix my marketing? Right? You tell me what a startup founder thinks. They are like, I am thinking of growing my revenue, getting my funding. I need someone who can keep pace with me and ensure my ops is running right. And they don't have anybody. Okay? All right. Rajagopal Karaneshwaran, is it a good business? Yeah. You saw there are people who are going to come today. Two people will come and they'll share their experience. 26,000 people we help to freelance. We showed you press coverage, right? If you don't think that yours being successful is good, then who will, right? Okay, any other chances of growth very high because there is nobody pitching to these companies like this. There are 1 lakh plus potential clients. There are about a few million potential clients and 1,000 people here, right? If there are only 1,000 people here and you pitch, how many clients are there to pitch to 1,000 people plus each one of you can pitch to, right? This is how even housewives who know nothing about ops, right? They get work for virtual assistant to small startup CEO. If you think that you can't do all this stuff, we can help you become a virtual assistant to a startup CEO. Interested? Just admin type work, right? Is this salaried job? Yeah, you are billing per hour. अब वो बोलो salary या freelance बोलो. How does money come? Money comes through international banking channels. International trade has been happening from the 1950s, right? Indian banks convert your dollars into rupees. You can minus all your kharcha, your laptop, internet, dinner costs as because you are a freelance consultant, so they don't deduct tax on salary like your employer in India does. They give you the full money and you get to adjust your costs against that, all business related costs. You want to buy a phone for your work, you minus the cost of that and pay tax on the limited amount. Plus, even after you cross 20 lakhs, government encourages free international work because it is called export of service. So even beyond 20 lakhs, if you have Indian clients, you have to pay GST, right? Client तो जेब से भरेगा, but if you have international clients, you don't have. Okay, nice. Nasir Ejaz are students getting $2,000 monthly earnings. Since it's freelance, it can vary also unless they give you a part-time remote job, full-time remote job, which they do. Why they'll give you? See, think of it like that, right? Do you like fire your cook or driver because they are, because you want to save the money? And you're like, नहीं नहीं 20,000 रुपए सैलरी उसको क्यों देना कुक को और ड्राइवर को, मैं ही सब कर लेता हूँ. Then what will happen? You will have no job and you will only be cooking and driving all your life and you will not have a career, right? That is how it's for them also. They want the ops stuff to be taken care of, right? And they want to grow their business. So you are a lifeline for them. Okay. All right. And now we're going to show you voice agent right now or top 6 problems.
whatever you say. Let's do 6 problems and then you set up context. That'll give them
Do you
some
want to know other problems that companies face which you can solve? I am telling you, US has scarcity of people. Okay, absolute abject scarcity. Whoever they had was from Mexico. Mr. Donald Trump got upset, cancelled all of their papers, and big MNCs said, we don't want remote work, come to office. And H1B was very reduced. So they said, okay, we will open shop in India, bring back all the jobs from Singapore and US to India. Okay. And very few Americans available. So Indians are getting remote work like anything. We have already dominated in law and many other categories. Law is harder to crack. It has difficult, law is different in every country. But when we were doing this, we were helping our students find some simpler things like entry level ops, not advanced ops. And they were doing that kind of assignment already. We've done it before and they were earning money to pay off their fees. And we thought that if they are earning more than what Indian lawyers earn by being entry level support and ops people, let's help Indian support and ops professionals to do it all the way. And be like, Tim Cook, for example, was a COO before he became a CEO of Apple, right? Now, what if you could be a remote COO of a company? And our students are now becoming that. Okay. All right. Let's move. So you want to know voice agent now or top 6 problems you can solve? Both. Which one first? Voice agent. Okay. This is a 50-50, but we'll do voice agent, then we do top 6
Then
problems,
we'll
right?
talk
Top
to
6
someone.
problems. Huh?
Then we'll do voice agents. Then we'll talk to someone who's our student. And then we'll do top 6 problems. And
Got
then we'll
it.
talk to one more person.
Got it. I'll tell you a summary of top 6 problems right now itself. Okay. Top 6 problems for them is ensuring that paying customers get what they have been promised, which means that delivery should happen properly, not just a customer support of a troubleshooting and closing ticket. No, they want to ensure that customers are so happy that they leave a good review, right? Now, I'll tell you one big scam happening in reviews. It is all your NPS and CSAT that you calculate, traditional mechanisms, they are flawed. Okay, you have a big role to play in ensuring that that works. We will tell you about that tomorrow, how to set custom metrics for a company to ensure customer satisfaction. But they want that happy customers buy more. They want happy customers leave good reviews. They want unhappy customers ka sentiment to be analyzed beforehand and their negative review should be prevented. They should be delighted. They want more referrals to happen. Now, you're not a salesperson. You're not going to go and ensure that wo isko refer kar raha hai, ye sab kar raha hai. No, you are just going to delight them in such a way and then ask, is there somebody you'd like to refer this to? Would you like to buy an extension for this? But that happens after you delight them with the service, right? And for that, you have to do all these awesome things that we've been showing you. Okay? Understood? And how many of you know that the CSAT that we talk about, customer support rating, is gamed? How many times you call a call center and they say, sir, are you happy? Will you rate me? You'll get a new call and an SMS, and in that, you please rate, okay? And they'll only tell you if you're happy. If you're unhappy, they will probably not tell this. And most of you will still not rate them, right? So, how will business get a true picture? That metric doesn't work. They have only defined a metric that they can measure, but that's not reflecting the real picture. Statistics can lie, statistics can confuse, and it's a broken statistic. So you need a different measure for businesses to measure their success. But if you measure what is your customer retention, how many upsells you have, how many people refer, now that can change the game. For us, it is how many people are getting opportunities every month, how many are actually able to pay off their fees. Yeah. Okay. All right, Garima. Garima is going to show you how to configure a voice agent. Right now, what is a voice agent going to do? We had a chat bot which was there once. Okay. Now, voice agent is that if somebody calls a number, can we have some automated voice agent which will do a first level of answering and rerouting, right? If there is a question that somebody is asked that can purely be answered on the basis of a training and a knowledge, then a voice agent might do a better job than a human and will at least be available 24/7 and can handle more volume of calls. Correct? So you will want to do a voice agent. Now, some of you know about automation, some of you don't. We teach this in our course to our students. If you automate an NA10 workflow and create an agent with the voice agent, then this voice agent can not only speak but also do some simple admin type tasks like issue a response or perform an admin migration or approve a refund, things like that. Okay, so if you create a backend workflow, you can do that. Now we will not show the whole thing right now for NA10 workflow, but we will show you how a voice agent can be configured. Your job is to see how you can deploy this for your potential clients, and this is also very easy. If a company doesn't have a telephone number to reach out to, you know what to tell them. Hey, let me help you configure a voice agent. It's okay if you don't have people. I will first configure automation. And by the way, I can be available also to handle that this voice agent is working properly. And good news for all US clients is that if a customer calls out
Hi again, everybody.
volume, get into your audio settings on Zoom. Okay. And then
Hey,
on mic and max it. Zoom
Um, is it okay now?
Fine.
Now?
Oh, lovely.
Oh my god. All right. We go labs and log in. So I've already logged in here. Now this is the first screen that you would see. It's the dashboard. I would go to agents on my left and I would simply click on create a new AI agent. Blank. I can name it. Say, for example, I'm creating an agent for Lossico. So I can say Preeti. Now, what would be the language that my agent uses? I want it to use English. Hi, hello. So this is the first message that the agent would speak as soon as the call is answered. Hello, I am Preeti from Lossico. How can I help you today? You can also change it as per your company or the client that you're helping. Now here I basically describe what kind of an agent I want. Basically the personality. So I would simply go to ChatGPT and tell the whole context. I am creating an AI voice agent for Lossico. Find out more about Lossico. And now you please tell me what persona should I enter in 11 labs to create the same. Make it as detailed as possible according to how Lossico human voice agent should talk. Now you see, it'll give me the whole persona. From here, I'll have to change the name, of course. So we chose Preeti. And I'll simply paste it here. Name Preeti, female, Indian female. Okay. Now this is temperature, basically how much of a creative person I want, so that I know how strict it has to follow my instructions. If I allow it to, say for example, be 100%, it can probably go, it can divert from what it needs to speak. So this is the temperature percent. Calls and just batch on this particular for lossy that the voice agent needs to know. I would simply download it first. And I'll download that also. Now, both of these files are downloaded on my computer. I would simply put these documents here. drop this file, and drop the second file also. So basically now this voice agent will actually memorize all the information that we there ask. Yeah,
Recording in progress.
give me 10 more yeses, please. 10 more. All right. I'll go to test and tell me if you can hear this person, the caller, the agent. I'll call it. Okay, I'm calling now.
Hello, I am Preeti from Lasico. How can I help you today?
Hi, my name is Garima. Can you tell me about the number of courses that Law Seco offers?
Hi, Garima. I can definitely help you with that. To give you the most relevant information, could you tell me what area of law you're interested in or what your career goals are? That way, I can narrow down the list and highlight the courses that would be most beneficial for you.
All right. I am more inclined towards entertainment law. Can you tell me how many courses and what kinds of courses are available on Law Seco on entertainment?
Okay, Garima. Just to confirm, you're interested in courses related to entertainment law, correct?
Yes.
I can check. All right, I would be happy to help you with that. We have a diploma in intellectual property, media, and entertainment laws, which is a 12-month course. We also have a diploma in media and entertainment law, which focuses on contracts, licensing, and regulations. That is 6 months long. Would you like to know more about either of these?
When do you start the next course ASAP?
Okay, I can help you with that. Could you clarify which of the two courses you're most interested in, the diploma in intellectual property, media, and entertainment laws, or the diploma in media and entertainment law? Once I know which one you prefer, I can check the schedule for the next available batch.
The second one.
Okay, one moment while I check that for you. The next batch for the diploma in media and entertainment law, contracts, licensing, and regulations starts on May 5th, 2025, and is 6 months long. Would you like more information on this? Or would you like to explore other options?
Could you repeat the name of the course, the full name?
Certainly. The full name of the course is Diploma in Media and Entertainment Law, Contracts, Licensing, and Regulations.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. You may disconnect.
You're welcome, Garima. If you have any more questions in the future, feel free to reach out. Have a great day.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Okay. So everybody, this was the course. And what was the date, by the way, if you heard it correctly, what was the date of the course so that we can verify? Everybody, did you hear?
One thing, Garima, इसका gender कैसे change होगा? Pritam came instead of Preeti.
Preeti आया था, but the male also, it was the male who spoke.
Can you change gender here? And there is a Indian English accent also last time. Eric has come. The voice is of Eric. That's why. Go to voice.
Yeah.
You have to change the voice, then it will happen. And it can also, if you give it enough training, it can use your voice.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want that, it can do that. Multi-voice support is there. This has multiple languages, but there are other tools like Revoicer if you want to use other languages. Okay. But for US, this works. Right?
Absolutely.
How was it? Acha, can you show a human handoff point
Yes.
where
yes,
you
yes.
ask a complicated question and it says, I will answer this, I will forward this to a human?
Yes, absolutely. So, everybody, if you remember, the content we gave was should transfer the call in the following manners: interest in enrolling immediately, payment or EMI option, say for example. So, let me check if I ask for EMI options, does it actually transfer it to human or not? Let me test again.
Hello, I am Preeti from Lausico. How can I help you today?
Okay, hi Preeti. Uh, I want to enroll into the diploma in intellectual property, media, entertainment laws. That is the 12-month program. Can I pay through EMI?
I am happy to hear that you're interested in our diploma program. To confirm, you're asking about the diploma in intellectual property, media, and entertainment laws, which is a 12-month program, and want to know about paying with EMI. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, that is correct. I can assist you with that. However, this is a payment-related query, and I am supposed to transfer you to a human agent in such cases. Would you like me to do that?
Please do. Please do. Please do.
How was that? Now
Okay,
you have to
please
create
hold
the
while I
writing.
transfer you to a
Yeah, so
Sorry, I
Yeah.
overspoke on that. But anyway, we can stop.
Yeah.
Understood? Good stuff. Now, see, obviously, there can be problems. It may not have immediate. You'll need to integrate, you'll need to test, you'll have to give it enough knowledge base. Every business has a certain amount of complexity. Now, who will do that work? That is why you're supposed to be hired, right? But you are showing like the highlight that this is what needs to be done. And then you're saying remaining I'll do. Remaining is manual work, right? And now you are not relying on somebody else who will sit on your head to be the boss to configure all of that, and neither the founder has to supervise you because you will take control of the whole thing. This is the advantage. And now we finally had a female Preeti. Okay. Enjoyed it. You can do this work. Okay, you can pitch this also now. Tomorrow I will show you how to ask Claude. Claude is an AI tool to find out, to audit websites and give you a list of 20 websites at a time which don't have chatbot and don't have voice phone number for voice agent. Some of you are in Indian companies and want to implement this innovation. How many of you want to do this? Tell me on chat. Right, India. If you are in Indian company, see, a lot of you might face restriction ki my company won't allow. But suppose you want to do it for a startup, then you go to Exotel, Ozontel. These are cloud-based telephony tools. They earlier had a manual routing process. Okay, you will go there and you will have to take AI agent service. You will have to get an additional module. These companies charge for everything extra. So you have to go for the AI agent module and then you have to train it. Okay, and you can try it. So you'll have to tell your company that this is what we want to try. Let's set a meeting and do. Exotel and Ozontel have a built-in AI agent now that it will not show in your, even if your company is using it, will not show inside. Why? Because they don't know how to market it properly. They will show it only on the website to new customers. So you show them, you tell them that this is what I saw on your website. Can I have a meeting and do this? Now, if you start doing these things, suddenly your boss will be like, "Isko kya ho gaya?" Right? This person has become a champion now of ops and ops leader. Right now, this is what happens. They don't know you sat in a boot camp in a weekend and got all these ideas, but now this is how you can grow in your career. Right? All right, let's move. Excited? We'll speak to, I think, Santosh, and then we'll tell you top 6 problems you can solve of US businesses. Make sure you fill the preference list if you're interested in learning more, because we're not going to do this. We're not going to share the preference list tomorrow and you'll not be able to fill it up later. Okay. Nitin, if you don't want job, you want additional experience, you want a promotion, you want freelance work, earnings on the side, you want to start your own consultancy, AI consulting business, ops consulting business, all of these career options are possible. Okay. Why? Because you are learning skills, track record, and outreach. Shahrukh, where did we use ChatGPT? I don't know. But you can use Claude. Claude has a Sonnet model. ChatGPT has its own model, right? GPT 03, 40, 05 will come. Doesn't matter. But in the whole integration, you don't have to reinvent the model. There are what is happening in Silicon Valley. They are creating custom tools which use existing models, because new models are being created, because the existing model upgrades very fast. You know this company called Lovable? It is a coding company. Okay, it is enabling non-coders to code. Okay, but it is not, it has reached 100 million revenue in record time in the history of all startups in the world ever. But you know what? It did not create its own AI model. It is using Claude in the background. Okay. You know Harvey? Harvey is an AI agent which is being used by all the biggest law firms in US and now even in India. Harvey is very expensive, but it is only a suited and booted version of ChatGPT for lawyers, sold marketing people who understand what lawyers do. Okay. Is this helpful? Bolt also, right? Yeah, all of these are like that. Cool. Okay, we'll speak to Santosh, Mansi.
Okay, done. Hey, Santosh. We can't hear you. One moment. Let me just send you a prompt. Whoa. 1 second. Yeah. Hey, Santosh.
Hi, how are you?
Very well. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Okay, Santosh, you want to tell us where you're from? Where you logging in from?
Yeah, I'm from Bangalore.
Oh, lovely. Santosh, do you want to give us like a brief background about your professional experience?
Once before that, sorry, could you go into your audio settings, and Zoom has this regulation and it reduces your volume. If you could go into audio where the mic icon is showing, there's an up arrow. Go to audio settings and just increase, max the microphone volume. It'll be very easy for people to hear you.
Hello, you're able to hear me?
Slightly better.
Okay.
Now very good. Briefly, it was very good. You can even use the laptop's inbuilt mic.
Yeah, is it better now?
Yeah, much
So
better.
much better. So much
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So I come with more than 2 decades of experience in IT field,
Mhm.
and for the last 2 years, I was in between jobs. So that's when I decided that I should do something of my own,
Mm.
and mainly to explore my professional experience in an independent consulting way now, so that I
Right.
could work independently, remotely, and from anywhere, right?
Mm.
And at the same time, leveraging my skills. And
Yes.
also, in the meantime, I learned a lot by joining the courses, skill habitats. There are a lot of AI tools we are being taught, and learn how to utilize them to increase your professional efficacy, and how you could utilize them to increase your potentials and marketability. Okay.
Got it. So, sir, what AI tools have you learned and how have you been able to offer them as services?
So I basically come from mainly program project management, and using application development and other in IT predominantly. So there's a lot of laundry list of tools that is being told to us and taught to us. So a
Mm.
few of them I will say the Canva 11 Labs that you are just showing how to use, right?
Yeah.
Gamma, Trello, and Notion for project management. Then Apollo.io for sending mass mails, right?
Mm. Mm.
Then Google Ads, how to create your own ads, right? And
Mm.
how to target the audiences and other things.
Mm.
Then LinkedIn accelerators, right? Instagram. There are a lot of Google extensions that is being taught, taught
Right.
to us.
So how
profile.
have you, see, there are many AI tools, and I got a
Yeah.
sense of what you've learned. But how have you used them? Like, how have you do you have clients that you've gotten?
Yeah, so I am doing a freelancing, and mainly they are using AI based. It's like a urban club
Yeah.
kind of. So in that, no, I use Chat GPT and to integrate different AI tools with Slack, using Chat GPT, how to integrate and other things. So that really fasten my work, right? And no need to invest and be always on the in front of your laptop. You could automatize a lot of things,
Hmm.
and it really helps.
Hmm. Got it. So, sir, if I would say that, how, so one, I want to know, how did you get your first client? Like this client that you have, how did you get them? What actions did you take to get this?
Like file in work, and basically how to select like which your applied, and then suppose the requirements is coming, how to bid it. No, you have to bid within certain time frame, right? How
Yeah.
to customize your profile using Chat GPT, using AI tools, and then respond to them. So you
Hmm.
start with maybe a little lower, but that will help you build, because it's a different field, right? So
Yeah.
that's why I applied for 3 jobs, and within 3 to 4 days I got selected in one. Okay. And
Wow.
they didn't even ask me or like now what I have done, because they were
Yeah.
impressed by my profile, and
Yeah.
they told me this is the no product we are developing, will you be ready to have this job.
Right.
And then rest is history. So I am into this job for the last 4 months, 4 to 5 months.
So, sir, is this like a side assignment, or are you, this is full time? How does it work?
See, it is all depends upon you. Right?
Yeah.
So, but it doesn't kind of restrict you to take up new assignments. What
Right.
I'm saying is how you are managing your time, right? So that's why. So I will say I'm totally into now freelancing,
Right.
and maybe 3 4 days back I also got an assignment in India. Okay, obviously again to work on AI field. So I believe this is how students, professionals like me could add value, and
Saying that you enjoy the freelancer journey also because it gives you the freedom to take up multiple projects at the same time, and obviously you can choose what kind of projects do you want to take, who do you want to work with. um Understood. So suppose you are setting out, so what is your offering, just for people to understand, if you're offering your services to a startup, what does your service look like?
so it's mostly on mostly into technical project management or program
Got it.
management, also into product. Okay, I also could guide startups in certain fields as an architect, solution architect. So
Hmm.
these are my offerings. So
Got it.
based on their requirement, I could provide my service. Right.
Understood. So, Santosh, now you come with 2 decades of pure IT experience, right?
Right.
I want to ask you that what do you say about opportunity if someone is not from an IT? Is there opportunity for people like that? Is this learnable as a skill?
Yeah, so nothing is once you passed from your academics, bachelor's or master's you have done, it is all what you do, right? What is your experience? So everything is learnable, and in the age of AI, if you are able to learn it, so in anything and everything you could make a living and your own identity. So I
Got it.
think that's it. It's nothing is rocket science, but at the same time, you could use.
Yeah. So you're saying that, if it doesn't matter if you don't have IT background.
Right.
Second, that no matter what experience you have, like you had IT experience, so you've kind of followed through on that and combined that with AI, and you started offering services from that perspective. Now, if someone has, say, 7 years of experience in operations and support, then they can combine that with AI and it's completely learnable, and then start offering their own services to companies.
Yes.
Got it. Now I want to know, what does money look like? Like, I'm sure that you've moved to a completely freelancer role and it must be rewarding. So do you want to give us a sense of how do international clients pay? What is the hourly charge that you charge? Give us some sense about that.
Okay, so when you start with, you also start from maybe a little lower, but now
Yeah.
as you grow, as you build your profile,
Yeah.
then the things will improve. But the advantage with international is my freelancing is with international client, so it's a
Right.
client. So no, you got no, if you got 1 rupee, then you are getting 80 rupees, right? So that is the biggest difference. So even even if
I just want to pause and highlight this. This is very important. So everyone, what Santosh is saying is that it's easier to earn a dollar than it is to earn a rupee. Basically, if you charge and if you charge $8 to $10, whatever be that, um, charging that per hour is easier versus when you work with an Indian client to figure out cost. That's the cost. That's how cost advantage really plays to your advantage in that case. Got it. Carry on, Santosh.
And again, no, another thing is, suppose you are in Bangalore, so you don't have to go through the traffic problem and other things. So you
Yeah.
work from your home and work from anywhere. Like suppose you are traveling, you could also log into their system or work. So it is very convenient. That's that way. And
Yeah.
so I will also highlight another things. I am not discouraging, but I highlight. So nowadays the things are very competitive in corporate world, right?
Yes.
So you don't have to go through that politics and that competitiveness, or somebody is going to give you something. Right now you have not done these things, that thing. Your other peers have done that.
Yeah.
So by that way, it is your this is your own business, and you are the owner of that.
Yeah. No, that's very encouraging. Now that with AI coming in, there is a fight for who's going to stay and who'll be laid off. And with that, politics grows, competition grows, the fight to the top grows, the heat really, just you start feeling it. So one advantage, like you're saying, is you don't have to deal with all of that. You can work from anywhere at your own time, at your own pace. And that's great. I think you said that really nicely. So do you want to give us a sense of how much were you charging in the beginning when you started? What do you charge now? How many hours do you work? Why I'm asking this is because I know you've been on this journey now enough, so and you're comfortable. But when people are kind of thinking about it, they want to know what can they expect.
So when you start, maybe depending upon your expertise, like when you are applying in platforms like Upwork or Fiverr, right? So you always uh, look into your expertise. That expertise could be anything. It's not necessarily IT. Then you start, because to go grabbing the first client or first few clients is more important.
Yeah.
So you
How much
grab.
did you charge, Santosh? Tell us that now.
So I charge initially $8. Okay.
Got it.
And then now I'm getting $10. Okay.
Got
Uh,
it.
but now they will revise it, or
Yeah.
no. Okay. And again, I got another Indian client. Obviously, the customer is again for US. So
Yeah.
that way, I'll say. So I don't think you should look into. You should start, and you should
Yeah.
jump into that. See, if you say that, what will happen? Even I have that innovation for a couple of years initially, but somebody could also start it as a side hustle,
Yeah.
and say I will also encourage through this that every one of us should look to create certain product, or solutions or services, and that's why I will survive. And we are a talented nation,
Yeah.
so that's why I will encourage everybody to use this. And this is going to be the pattern. If you see in coming years, corporates will also depend heavily on this kind of things. If Gen Zs, they are not very no to work from 9 to 5 and other things. So they will also go in this mode. So why
Yeah.
not be early bird? Why not be the early adopters?
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. And by the way, even so everyone, what Santosh is also saying is that, don't wait saying that, okay, you know what, I'll charge $50 an hour. You can't start like that. Start at $8, $10. And that also, by the way, we showed you how that works. If you work for 200 hours at $10 an hour, that also comfortably pays you about, 1,70,000. And for those of you want to do it as side hustle also, it can go to about 50,000-60,000 rupees. So it's not bad. It's important to start, and to also know that this is only where it starts. It only grows, as like Santosh says, once employers taste the magic of you being on board and the value that you bring, in no time Santosh will be able to double this or triple this or quadruple this. So that is important, right? Perfect. Great, Santosh. Thank you for, coming and talking to us. This was truly insightful. And yes, next time we talk to you, we are surely, rooting for you, and we want to know that, it's grown and the kind of services and work that you do has grown. So yeah, more power to you.
Thank you, thanks for giving this opportunity.
Congrats, Santosh.
Thank you. Then.
Okay, great. Super, everyone. Great. How did you like that conversation, everybody?
Who's going to be next like Santosh? By the way, tomorrow we are going to have a woman who works from Indore remotely. She became a co-founder of a Canadian startup and then left that role to uh, get more higher paying work from US businesses. Okay. And she had equity also. Right. So make sure you're there tomorrow and we'll give you the plan as well. Okay. How can we help you? What are your top questions? Some of you have basic questions. Let's address those and then we will show you the top 6 problems about US employers. We have someone else today. Yeah. Okay. Tell me on chat how to apply for work. Do you need to pay? No, you get paid for work. Why will you pay? You might have to initially, you're not even paying for tools because your client is paying for the tool, right? You're showing an initial demo based on the free demo version of the tool. And then when a client wants it deployed, your Indian employer also pays now for the company phone, company laptop, company device. So they will also pay for the tool, right? If you hire a video recording team, you have to give them camera or equipment. Otherwise, they'll charge you separate for equipment. Yeah, obvious. Correct? Prince, see, you got to read my answers, man. How do you calculate the hours to charge the client? You can use a software, you can use an honest estimate. Sometimes clients say you keep this software on when you're working on our work so that the hours are calculated. Okay. What do you have to learn, Mohammad Hussain? You have to learn at least 50 skills, and I'm going to give you a list of these skills with the timeline tomorrow. Okay. Deepesh, we're going to have a non-IT person tomorrow coming in. Okay, but Santosh said non-IT people can do this, right? All N8N stuff, you don't have to be an IT person. Do you need to pay us for helping you? You can implement, see, 9 hours training, you don't need to pay us, right? You can implement it. Some people get results, but a lot of people don't implement it. If you need extended support to implement these things, right, then you can pay us. Tomorrow, you will get a very affordable scholarship, but make sure you fill the preference list. Everybody won't, but there are 60 people who will get. How we'll decide, we'll tell you tomorrow. Okay. How to start this work? Very good. The roadmap is skills, track record, and outreach. And you have to do all three side by side. So if you learn 2-3 skills, good idea to do this work for some people and get a testimonial from them. It's okay if you don't charge, right? One testimonial in your mind, just imagine, is worth $1,000. Correct? And that is it. If you have a testimonial from a US client, it's worth $1,000 because you will get thousands of dollars of paid work after that. Okay. Okay, Naman, any other questions? Arul, in India you need to pay tax, but if you earn 20 lakh part, that you didn't get. See, in India you'll pay tax anyway, right, on income tax. But as a consultant, you are paying less tax than a salaried person. A salaried person pays the most tax. Okay, so if you're working in internationally, even if your client calls it a job, you will have to pay less tax because on paper you're a consultant. Okay. Secondly, you don't have to pay GST if you are catering to international clients because government calls it export of services and they encourage exports. They want to encourage exports. India is set to hit right now. We have 350 to 400 billion services export. We are going to hit about $1 trillion of export of service by 2030 to 2032. Okay. Okay. Will we help you to get us to get a job? Yes, we help you to get a job. Right. We can't guarantee it because we don't know if you'll do the work. Right. We'll show you how to do the work. We will help you every step of the way to pitch. Some opportunities are applied for directly by our team and they are brought and then they are shared with our eligible students who've been doing their course assignments, whom we know will show up and not mess up the client work. Because if you mess it up, then the client will not give work to any skill arbitrage student, right? Anirudh Sharma, Upwork is showing to buy comments in dollars to buy connects for $15 after signing work. That is why we didn't show you Upwork. We showed you the techniques from where you can get started for free, right? You can pay $15 to buy connects. Approximately, if you pay $50, $60, you can send about 20, 30, 40 proposals. That's the range depending on the project.
Okay, seems like okay, everyone. It's okay. Abhida's screen is frozen for something. Abhida, are you back?
Yeah, you will do 1 hour a day learning and 1 hour a day track record and outreach. 6 months is what it takes if you want to earn an extra, 1-2 lakhs per month. Right now, some people are like, ये भी नहीं करना, कुछ नहीं करना, तो मत करो, no problem. You've done 5 years of college for and sometimes not gotten any result whatsoever except an entry level job, which
Yeah.
also college didn't help you get many times. Right? So in 6 months, you're doing something without sacrificing what you already are doing. तो जो कर रहे हो ठीक है, 2 घंटा I'm asking. And in that, you can be future ready, which means all your fears about I won't be good enough to provide for my family, expenses will increase, I will lose my job. If Microsoft lays off, I am jobless. All that stuff won't happen. Plus, you will have not only extra income, plus security, job security, plus the idea that if I want to get MNC jobs, I can get those MNC jobs anytime because India is going to have so many new MNC jobs, MNCs coming up, right? India is going to have 800 to 1,000 new MNCs coming up, including in tier 2 cities, if you want that as a backup. Okay, so shall we show you the 6 most important ops challenges that you can solve in short? And I want everybody who wants job, I want to know in chat, did you understand STO, skills track record plus outreach? If you can see more time you give than 2 hours a day, you can get results faster. Okay. But remember the format for job. Okay. You cannot see a lot of people will tell you pay me 20,000, I'll give you job. And you have fallen prey to those scams, right? Those are not real. Those are bad, right? And if something is free, you're the product. Correct? So be very careful of those things. Here we are telling you very clearly skills, track record, outreach. That is the logical formula, right? You have skills means you can do something for the client. Track record means the client can trust you. Outreach means you're reaching out to the client. Now, if these three is clear, then you can get a job, right? And that is what somebody needs to coach you on. And they can do it also for you. Like outreach, we can do on your behalf to some extent. But track record, you have to build and skills you have to build because that's the only way you can do the work for the client. Okay, this is crazy section. Make sure you focus. All right, Mansi.
Okay, great. Super. Now, we're going to talk to you about the 6 problems that are faced by US employers. Why we're talking to you about this is so that now we've told you AI tools. This is for you to know what will you solve with those tools, right? Number 1, ensuring that new clients who purchase a software or a service or a product actually use it and have quick wins in the first 90 days. Now, I'll give you an example. There are so many AI tools, all of them offer a free trial, right? Now, when you do up a trial or when you buy their service, they're on subscription, right? So the time when you buy for the first time to from the time till the next renewal happens, we're talking about that period. So when new clients actually purchase a service, they actually experience the product, have a quick win in the first 90 days so that they renew the next time, right? This is something that you could help solve. Now, if this does not happen, then a customer does not renew the contract or does not renew the service, right? All enterprise tech companies need such services. Now, this is crucial for SaaS businesses, which is software as a service, right? Now, it's also crucial for companies in the edtech space like ourselves, Addictive Learning, whenever somebody is sharing programs, right? Now, we'll tell you our case study about this and how we solve this problem later. But if you want to focus on this is what you need to do. So you need to create a customer journey map, right? Mapping out different stages of implementation and delivery. That, okay, by so and so day, they should have gone through this in this stage. By so and so day, they should have done this, right? Then a customer success plan. Identifying quick wins in the first 90 days, ensuring that all the internal stakeholders are aligned to deliver these results, then to be able to measure that success. So you can use AI to create powerful customer journey maps based on past data points and tickets that you have gotten. Identify quick wins and deploy new processes for customer success and a journey map. The second thing to do is to create customer delight through customer support. See, there is a huge difference when you're closing a ticket and when you're creating delight. How many of you know what I'm talking about? So many of you have been in customer support and ops for a very long time. Do you know the difference? Yes, no, maybe. Can you quickly tell me in chat? Yes? Yeah? Now, you could answer the customer's question satisfactorily and close the ticket, and then a customer will not have a problem, right? Or you can guide them further into benefiting from your product or service. Most customer support executives and managers don't spot this opportunity. See, if a skill arbitrage student writes to us about a technical issue or a doubt clearing session, we can resolve that query. We have templates and training, right? But does that contribute to the bigger picture? Does that create delight? We only succeed if our learners succeed, right? Our goal is that at least 50% of our learners earn back their course fee in the next 3 months. Now, what if every interaction that we do, we could identify where this customer is in their journey to start earning back their course fee and nudge them to benefit from the next step, right? We could ask them about where they are with respect to their roadmap. Are they reaching out to foreign employers? Do they need any help in building a freelance profile or getting started with LinkedIn? Now, these are some examples, right? This is exactly how Zappos had a breakthrough in revenue growth, which was propelled not just by sales and investment, but by terrific customer service. Yes? Now, how do you ensure that a company can do that? To do this, your first goal has to be to automate first level responses through chatbots so that everybody is responded to. Second, create automated workflows in your ticketing tools. And third, create customer support knowledge bases for your team. Then conduct trainings and assessments and identify human AI handoffs. Then conduct customer support audits to ensure that this is being done. Ensure AI can do all of these things. Using AI can do all of these things very, very fast. You don't have to do all of them yourself. Then, third thing that is a problem that you can solve is facilitating customer success, minimizing returns, refunds, and negative reviews. Which business wants this? No business wants this. For any business, it's super important that satisfied customers buy more and renew and refer to their networks, right? That's how it grows. Now, how do you identify the most satisfied customers or the heaviest users of your product? Those customers are more likely to buy a high value plan. Often, support and ops has insights around this because you're the people dealing with these customers, right? Because of your day-to-day interactions. The sales team does not have an idea. Are they involved in the customer success journey? If not, business loses the potential revenue. Can you involve them? How? The answer is sentiment analysis, and we will do this tomorrow, right? So you find out who your most delighted users are. As a support and operations professional, can you create a process to hand off the delighted customers to the customer success team for upselling, or just to make the offer directly? See, it's not just upselling. You can use sentiment analysis to reach out to angry customers proactively, right? Turn angry customers into raving fans, prevent refunds, negative reviews, and much, much more. Often, customer support reps will have first-hand insights. Don't you, those of you who work in customer support and operations, don't you know who are your, who are great customers and who are, a pain? You know that, right? Now, when you have that knowledge, can you not use that to make a difference to it? The customers who are great customers, who are heavy users, you can upsell, cross sell right there. And those of you who know are angry customers, you can impact that experience. Yes? It's now possible to do this with AI, and we'll show you how to conduct a sentiment analysis first thing tomorrow. Okay? Now, there is one part which AI is not good at. What is that? I told you, AI does things middle to middle, right? AI is not good at applying discretion or listening or empathy. That is something, those are human sensibilities. Can you identify the correct points where you can complement AI with this? Yes. This is the role that is highly safe from AI because it involves human interaction and empathy. Another thing is to ensure that the support team should have the right incentives. Otherwise, things may not even come to the forefront. For example, there was a founder who gave 10% incentive every month if refunds were below a threshold. Guess what happened? The company had record low refund rates, but the number of angry and livid customers shot up. Does that help the business? Not really. So there are times when you set up incentives and they start getting rigged and gamed. The customer support representative was refusing refunds in complete ignorance of the refund policy. So ensuring that this does not happen, watching out for these trends and getting the right incentive plans is critical.
Guys,
For-
can you imagine what will happen? Somebody is being paid to refuse refunds. Is that good for the brand or bad for the brand? Disaster, right? They'll save short-term money, but they will break their promise and they'll get bad reviews all the way. So basically, the person who set incentives set it wrong, right? The incentive should not be on that. Wrong metric has been used. Now, do you realize that as an ops and support professional, you can set metrics for the whole team and you can do it faster with AI? You can track faster with AI. You can report better with AI. You don't need to use any this thing. You don't need to use any Power BI, anything for that. No Tableau needed. Tomorrow we will show you. Simple report inside Claude you will get. Every day you can create that report. Right? Okay, Mansi.
Okay, then review management. For a growing business, it's very important to get great reviews. And the problem is that happy customers typically don't leave a review, but angry customers won't leave a chance to leave a negative review. Now, also, you need at least 10 positive reviews to drown the effect of one negative review. Most businesses struggle with this, and there's simply no talent available in advanced economies. So, we will share with you how customer support and operations professionals can assist businesses with this on the third day, right? Now, are you scheduled to be there tomorrow and day after? You are, right? Okay. The next thing is turning angry customers into raving fans through empathy. See, there are three sides to this. Number one is to develop listening and communication skills, right? So that you can appreciate a customer's unhappy experience. Second is problem solving skills so that you can resolve an issue, go an extra mile. Zappos was great with this, right? We'll share that story with you. The third is you need to stay within a certain company parameters. Say no politely, draw boundaries with customers who are abusive or demanding favors that are not in the long interest of the company. A lot of this is safe from AI because this involves matters and sensibilities of judgment and discretion. Now, you can use AI to create incredible trainings for support reps. Making this happen is not the prerogative of the support professional, right, who works in an Indian company or a BPO or an MNC or a GCC. However, Some senior team leads could do this and earn more than 20-30 lakhs per annum. That some could be you. But these skills are not hard to learn and are crucial for US startups, SMEs, and service businesses. And there's so many other problems that and these are some of the most important ones that turn the needle for a business. And you, like we've been saying, have an unfair advantage of working with US clients. Okay. So those were the top problems that you could solve. I just want to take a moment quickly and show you the agenda for tomorrow so that you're fully set up. Just give me one moment. So here's what we're going to do tomorrow. Okay. One, like we've been saying, we'll give you a 6-month plan on how to build a successful career in support and ops in the AI. It's something that you can follow to go to a $2,000 per month of an income point. Second, how to find remote and operations projects and jobs on Upwork and freelance platforms. We've shown you 2 strategies today. We'll show you more tomorrow. Then we'll show you how to conduct an audit of a potential employer's website from a support and operations perspective and craft powerful messages. We did a part of this today. We'll do this in detail tomorrow. Then how to configure and train voice agent we've done today. We'll show you sentiment analysis tomorrow, right? How to calculate CSAT and NPS, how to use a WhatsApp chatbot and automate CSAT. We'll show you something that we've done internally on a tool with Vati. We'll show that to you on day 3. And how to automate training for customer support based on product updates, how to create training programs for training juniors in customer support, how to automate sales ops using AI, how to network with startup accelerators, Shark Tank companies, high growth startup ecosystems, how to use Apollo.io. We've done this today. We'll show you another part of this tomorrow, right? Now, that's the agenda for tomorrow. We meet tomorrow at what time? Everyone, would you tell me please quickly? We meet tomorrow at 2 o'clock, right? Ready to begin at 2 o'clock. And if I were you, I would set up an alarm and be there because we have so much to cover, right? And by the way, I want to ask you a question. Whatever we showed you today in terms of skills, is anyone else teaching you this stuff? How to create a voice, voice agent, how to test it right in front of you, how to create a chatbot. In the beginning of the session, I told you that the things that we will show you, nobody is teaching. Did you experience that? Yes? Okay, great. Perfect. So time to ask questions. If you have, we'll take a few minutes to answer questions. And yeah, just give me a moment. We'll give you some feedback links our team would have posted. So please drop in your feedback on how the session was today. And we look forward to hearing you tomorrow. Are you there? Could you just check something I've sent you? Okay, some of you are requesting, is there a recording? I'm sorry, there's no recording. You get what you get. Just be here fully. And yeah, that should help. Okay, we have one more person that we want you to meet. Would you like to meet one more person today who's our student? Yes? We'll just do this one last short interaction and then we'll see you tomorrow. Okay? It'll just take a couple of minutes. Hey, Mridula.
Hi, Mansi.
How are you? So happy to see you here today.
Yeah, thank you. I'm also happy to see you again.
Mridula, do you want to tell us where you're from?
I'm from South India, Andhra Pradesh, Vijayawada.
Perfect. And you want to tell us a brief professional background?
My professional background is from actually from the microbiology. I'm from the healthcare departments. Like I used to work in the eye care. After that, I have worked in different versatile fields like real estate and also the admin coordinator. But after 8 years of working, I went to Saudi Arabia to accompany my husband, where I took off from my work. Like I was a homemaker for 2 to 3 to 4 years after my delivery and those things. So my confidence level was very down at that time. So I wasn't thinking that when I can get to earn back or when I can get back to my career and those things. At
Yeah.
that time, I have came across this skill arbitrage boot camp. Then I enrolled to the course. From then, I'm regained my confidence again to work again, to build my career again. So now totally shifted into freelancing, which is totally new for me, but still I'm coping up with that.
Got
Recently,
it.
I started my own agency.
Oh, lovely. That's great. So do you want to tell us what are the services or offerings that you have now? And if you have clients, how did you get them?
Yeah. I'm getting the clients through the Apollo and other outreach also prospects like LinkedIn. And also we are using different tools like Galaxy and also from Apollo, we download the leads and we do the email marketing, email outreach pitching.
Yeah.
From there, I'm getting the clients and also from the Fiverr. Mainly the regions, the idea behind the agency is I used to give all the services myself, like graphic designing, social media management, digital marketing, everything. But at that time, I was not too happy with my quality. So I thought that let me niche it out, funnel it down to my niche, which I'm more interested, like social media management and graphic designing. So I collaborated with other guys who are there for the website designing and SEO. Another one is for the video editing. So we all 3 or 4 people have collaborated together and we made it a Hypercurator, which is an agency. From that, we are giving all these four services: video editing, social media management, graphic designing, and website building.
Okay, super. So do you have clients?
Yeah, for now, as I told you earlier, I used to have a client from Australia who is my first client. So I'm still working with him. It is like 9 to 10 months from the day of joining.
Okay.
After this thing, when I proposed him that I also opened a agency, so he is very much interested. So he collaborated with us now. So he is interested to send me the clients from his side. So now we are going parallelly.
Got it. So what is it that given he was your first client, you want to tell us what is it that you do for him?
I do the two areas like social media management and the website building. So if there is any particular thing, like if anyone wants the logo design particularly, then he will come to me. Otherwise, he will give all the social media to me and also the website building.
Hold on, you said you're from microbiology, right? So microbiology to website design. Are you
Yeah,
saying that you've learned everything that you now offer in your learning journey?
yeah. Last you can say last 1 year, because
Got it.
before skill arbitrage, you can divide my life like before skill arbitrage and after skill arbitrage. Why? Because from skill arbitrage only I learned what is social media. Even before that, I was like social media and Facebook. We know it is a social. There is a social media like Facebook and Instagram, but we
Yeah.
never know we can earn from it. It is like
Mm.
okay, it is a social media platform. We can put our photos, we can share our accounts, and we can connect with the people. But I never know that there is a earning potential in the social media, which
Yeah.
I mean to do now and which I'm doing now. I'm gaining the
Got it.
benefit out of it.
Got it. Got it. Perfect. So everyone, the point I want you to get is that um, even if you've never done this before, you can. It's absolutely learnable. These skills are learnable, and you can take
Learnable.
any direction that you'd like. So, Mridula, how has working, having your own clients, um, added to your confidence? You said that you not worked for a while, and it, stripped
Yeah,
your
for five.
confidence.
Yeah, I have not worked for 4 to 5 5 years, and I was in Saudi Arabia. So that locality, that community is like the women were not allowed to work. I used to be at home, and there is no communication with other person as well.
Mm.
So that made me to be very low in my confidence levels. So my communications also got down. So I was very much what's called hesitant to talk to other person as well. So first after joining this, first I improved my confidence. After that, I started to learn new skills. Later, with the skill arbitrage, whole team has helped me from building my CV to outreach my clients. So all this process, hand holding support is there from the skill arbitrage. From then, I got my first client. After the first client, I made it for the second client. After that, the third client. Like that, I have done few projects. But now I'm still evolving as an entrepreneur. So still learning new skills. Even though sometimes I attend your boot camps without my name and other names, I learn the new skills as well from you.
Got it. And how many hours do you spend working?
Can say like 4 to 5 hours, not in a continuous strength. Why? Because I have a toddler. So when there's a toddler at home, you can't even focus.
Yeah.
So I work like in the break times, like 2 hours, 2 hours, and 2 hours like that.
But
So anytime,
that's the joy of being a freelancer, right? The flexibility that you get. Because if you're in a full-time job, then it's just difficult to give about 4 to 6 hours or 8 hours at a stretch.
yes.
With freelancing, this flexibility is priceless.
Yeah, that is the beauty within the freelancing. You will be with your family all the time. At the same time, you will be with your work. So there is you can shuffle between both. So if there is any priority in your work, you can go and sit there and focus on your work. If there is anything priority in your family, so you can be there available to them. So that is the main thing which I came into this freelancing, because I want to be with my family. First of all, that is my priority. So at the same time, I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be idle at home. So I'm doing both. So that's why I'm both benefited in both cases, like as a mother and also a entrepreneur.
Super, 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 super. Perfect. Great. That's amazing, Mridula. Thank you for being here and coming and talking to us. I know, taking time away from around a toddler is difficult, but thank you for coming and talking to us. Really, really inspired
Thank you,
by
Mansi.
what
I'm
you
really
are
sorry
feeling.
for joining late because I was stuck in another meeting, so I was a bit
That's okay.
late and lost my track of time. So
That's
I
fine.
joined late.
That's absolutely fine. Perfect. Great. All right, Mridula, thank you so much.
Thank
And
you, Mansi. Have
yes,
a great day. Bye bye.
bye-bye. Okay, everyone. If you want that kind of flexibility, if you want that kind of freedom, make sure you're there tomorrow. We'll share 6-month plan. And yeah, make sure you sign up on the preference list. It's not going to be there later if you haven't already. And we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, perfect. Everybody, the session's complete. If you have questions, please put them out in chat. We'll try and answer. But the session's formally complete. You can exit and we'll see you tomorrow. Perfect. Bye-bye, everybody.
Recording stopped.